Can I tell you the one that sends me through the roof?
No.
Can I have a Caesar salad? Actually, a cheeseburger's healthier than a Caesar salad.
No. F*** you.
F*** you in your face. The Tops Off World Tour comes back September 14th in Raleigh, North Carolina, Charlotte, Atlanta, Greenville. Next week, Evansville, Kansas City, Wichita, Dallas, Houston, Fresno, San Jose, Anaheim, San Diego, Morrison, Vale, Hollywood, Jacksonville, Mobile, Abbotsford, Seattle, Portland, Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Nashville, Little Rock, Springfield, Philadelphia, Norfolk, Winston-Salem, Fairfax, Roanoke, Rochester, Worcester, Newark, Providence, and Albany. Enjoy the podcast. It's a great special. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. We'll put a caveat here in case we have to edit it out because of the strike, but it's streaming on Netflix right now.
I'm not in the union. I wish the best for everybody.
No, it's well, I don't even know if I'm allowed to promote it, but I can't tell everyone right now. It is an amazing fucking special.
Thank you.
37 and over?
37 and single.
37 and single. 37
Yeah.
and single. 37 and single. It's such a great fucking special, man.
Thank you.
And it's so funny. I never realized how like your life at 37 has to stay in a certain lane. Like it's really fascinating. Like you were talking about not dating a Darlene. Immediately I go, oh, Darlene's the kind that I would date, the stability. Like the
right. I guess like it's like these pre-existing
like. So what's
things.
What's the name you date the most?
Lauren, Rachel, Jewish women. Whatever's Jewish.
Lauren,
Rachel, Lindsay, anything that went to summer camp. Yeah.
Do you find yourself living in Groundhog's Day dating young women?
It's not young though. Like I'm definitely like, I don't think under 27.
Is 27 the threshold?
Probably, yeah. For dating, because I have to relate. I talk about in the special, like, you're in a bar. It is two places of life. You're 37 and your buddies are 37. Your buddies are doing 37 shit.
Yeah.
And you want to hang out with your buddies. And then you go out and it's mostly younger women. If you're in a bar, like, it's 25-year-olds and you got to, know what's going on with the Taylor Swift stuff and Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't keep up with that. Like,
it's exhausting.
I just found out who Mr. Beast was.
I found out because his videos are like, it looks like MTV.
He might be the best. He might be better than Steven Spielberg.
He's good. You're right.
If you take everyone, right? Give everyone the same technology, put everyone at the exact same age they popped.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino, James Cameron, Mr. Beast. He might fucking lap all those dudes.
He knows how to keep you on his shit.
Way better. I won't say way better than Quentin. Like Quentin Tarantino knew how to get you and hold you.
I would like to see those guys make a TikTok. Like, what would they do?
Oh,
with
yeah.
it?
And I want to see how much. I want to see them put Mr. Beast money into it.
Right.
If Steven Spielberg starts listening to Rogan and he gets on some longevity shit, starts doing pull-ups and fucking starts yelling, "Who's carrying the boats?" Right? Steven Spielberg
gets really self-help.
Gets
very Gary V.
Starts getting his morning sun, doing his Brock's breathing.
He's shooting bows and arrows at
Wim
boars.
Hof ice breath. Fucking
yeah.
I want to see him then start a YouTube page and see the shit he cranks out.
He starts saying, "Do the research,"
but it's got to be his. Smoking's good for you.
Right.
Nicotine's not bad for you. It's smoking that's bad. Nicotine, the delivery system is, I am fucking overwhelmed by information. I am overwhelmed by information.
There's so much. Because, again, this is like the TikTokification of things. Like, you just keep scrolling, you go, and you don't go from, like, one video to, like, the next, you don't go from, like, Meatballs 1 to Meatballs 2. You go from Meatballs to Mr. Beast to, smoking will kill
Caddyshack
you.
to Porky's to fucking.
Right? You go all around.
I saw, you know what a woman did a TikTok the other day of her just uncrossing her legs like in Basic Instinct?
No,
I swear to God.
That's a video that my dad would watch. But my dad is on TikTok. He literally said to me, he's like, it's just so many women's asses. He just said that like, and I go, yeah, you look longer. Like I had to explain to him what was going on.
There should be a button you click that goes, "Yo, I'm married."
Right.
Like, don't fuck up my day.
Golf for the hour.
Yeah,
Golf for an hour, while I'm home.
I got this the other day, and I liked it, and then I proceeded to get 20 more of these exact same posts. It's David Goggins, right?
Okay.
And it says, for the next 6 months, become addicted to these 9 habits and you'll be unrecognizable by December. So I go, like I'm on a little bit of a health kick now. And so I go,
this
cool.
is the story of my life that this would come out. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's Sunday. We're done with drinking till Thursday. And David Goggins
I
is now.
have not had a drink in how many days? It's got to be 3 now.
How do you feel?
4, whatever.
So, does it take longer to get back to like, oh my God, I'm not drinking?
No.
Me, it's like 3 days, and I'm like, I start telling people about it, and August
4th.
You're 4 days in, man.
Yeah, 4 days in. So, yeah.
Did you sleep better? That's the one thing I get. Sleep is
I sleep astronomically. Well, actually, I was sleeping pretty good. The last few days of drinking. I just got to a place where I was so fat. And how
much were you?
I weighed myself. I was 269.2.
Okay, and what would you want? What would be your ideal?
Well, I gotta get. So I'm not going to start drinking again until 240. So like 245.
That's what you're gonna. You gotta set reasonable goals.
Well, I'm at 260 today.
240.
So I lost.
You lost 9 pounds in 4 days.
In 4 days, yeah.
That's all water weight.
It's got to be. I don't know what it is. I mean, that's like. It's funny you say that because that's like. There's so many go-tos when people talk about weight loss where you're like. So then I go, and you know what's interesting is so many people are so quick to like say you start like a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
In your head, you're like, I got a good thing going.
Right.
I'm going to say this, and I know the people downstairs are listening, and I know that 2 of the people listening downstairs have said things to me like this.
They're assholes.
And yeah, well,
let me tell you, you just gave me their assholes.
One's my wife. One's my wife.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And the other's my assistant, Peter. You know Peter.
Peter's an asshole.
So,
yeah. But Peter can't relate. I know Peter. His body is not a relatable body for you to talk to about health.
Not even remotely.
Not remotely. Not in his whole life.
There's actually nothing we can relate on when it comes to health, fitness, or self-control.
Not at all.
Peter's so regimented. He's like, you know what Peter enjoys? This is going to blow you away. This is going to blow you in. I want you to let you know he is totally straight. Okay. He loves tea.
Tea. No.
It's his favorite thing in the world.
It's
his favorite thing in the world.
Just like dirty water. That's what tea is to me.
He goes,
dirty toilet water.
I catch him all. Hey, Pete, as a matter of fact, if you're listening, bud, I have a tea bag by my Prolon. Would you make me and Jared a cup of tea?
Yeah, I want to see what you like much.
If is Pete listening? If my tea is in my Prolon and I'm allowed to have 2 cups of tea a day, that's how fun this fast is.
Okay.
And so, but make us a cup of tea.
2 cups of tea a day. That's in the fast.
In the fast, I'm allowed.
Why would you do a fast?
I love it.
You love it.
So okay, hold on. So I'm gonna walk you back. Back. So the first one is. So this is I didn't realize what the fast was. It's a cellular rejuvenation fast, right? Okay. So it's supposedly good for all your cells. It regenerates all your cells. If you can do the whole fast, it's 5 days. 5 days is very doable for me.
But what are you going to do on the 6th day?
Okay, so
okay.
Hold on.
Sorry,
you're all over.
I get because I have these struggles too.
Yeah, I know.
So I've given up on certain. The minute you said cellular, I go.
So okay. So what it does is. I'm gonna pull up. Can you pull up Prolon? Is it this one or this one? That one. So Prolon. So the first day is to mimic a fast, right? It mimics fasting. You're eating about 1,000 calories, but it mimics fasting. Go to the website.
First day is the easiest.
First day is actually the easiest. You get a bag of olives, another bag of olives, a breakfast bar, 2 things of soup. And then go to About Prolon. It's a fasting mimic. So
don't you think?
Hang on. I want to tell you all about it.
Please tell me.
And then I
want
to tell you the 2 shitty things that were said to me.
Okay.
So now, obviously, let's just start here.
Sure.
I'm in San Francisco. I'm drinking from the second we wake up until the second we go to bed with my wife. I'm smoking weed all day. I have cigars.
Great.
I'm eating 3 different types of corn dogs one day. We're all over the map. We're having a blast.
Corn dogs.
I know.
3 types of corn dogs. That's a death sentence. What do you say this to people? That's like something people would hide.
So
3 times. I have to say, I ate lunch with you on tour, and I thought you were never going to speak to me again. I can't eat during the day. Like I have to wait. When I eat, I binge. Like that's my issue.
Yeah.
But like to wake up and just get to eating is your move. I can't do. I have to have coffee to the point of like hunger. I have to feel like okay in my body. When you ordered 3 lunches, I was like, I'm never going to be allowed to talk to Bert again. Like he's going to hate me because I was like, I'll have water. And I think you looked at me. There was disappointment in your eyes.
I watched you with your water and Peter with his tea. And I was like, what the fuck is happening to these guys?
I'll have 3 lunches.
12, we just hit 12. So this, what this does is it mimics a fast. And then at a certain point, it puts your body into ketosis and it starts burning fat on day like 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then the next 2 days, you're just burning fat, but you're drinking tons of water and what you're allowing to do, and I could be wrong, but you're allowing all your liver, everything to take a fucking break for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
So I'm in San Francisco.
They're like, oh my God, no corn dogs.
Yeah, no corn dogs. I mean, by the way, they were fucking amazing.
I'm sure. Listen,
so
a gourmet I'm sure it wasn't a regular.
It was at the Jazz Festival.
You don't have 3 corn dogs that are just regular.
They were.
Yeah,
I've done that too.
But you don't talk about those. These are gourmet. I knew the minute you said it, I was like, these were special corn
tall
dogs.
boys. Yeah, tall boys. Rosé, cocktails in the evening, cigar at night. Just fucking really doing. Couple cocktails on the flight home. Came home, bottle of wine. Leanne poured me my last glass of wine.
This was the Last Supper.
Last Supper. Nice bottle. Really nice bottle.
Okay.
She thought I was going to have more than a glass. I had a glass. I started getting heartburn because I lived. And I said, you know what? The cleanse starts tomorrow. I have my Prolon.
Right.
I start the cleanse. The first day is always easy. But I never
because you're full from the day before.
Yeah. I worked out pretty hard.
You still got 3 corn dogs in you. You think it was a day later?
You'd be shocked how much energy I had.
Yeah, you're like, wow.
I'm really fucking getting after it.
When I get after it on a Monday, I'm like, wow, this is I knew it was easy. I'm like, yeah, you ate a whole fried rice last night. Like that's why it's easy. Yeah. You know, like that's still in you.
So I start the Prolong but I've done this before. I've done it twice before and I lose weight. I lose like 10, 12 pounds. And it's a good jump start to a diet. And every time it's jump started a diet. It's the way I get into a diet.
Okay.
But I've never believed in keto. I've never believed in keto, nor have I believed in caveman, nor have I believed in Neanderthal. Like all of that, I was like, I don't know, because heart issues rest in my family. So I was like, I'm going to stay away from high fat diets.
Right.
But today, so I'm doing really good on this diet. I'm not drinking and I'm eating this diet perfectly. I say to my wife, now this is the thing I say when we talk about diets.
Sure.
Oh, here we go. 2 cups of tea.
This better be the most delicious fucking tea I've ever had.
You didn't put anything in mine, just water, right?
Nope. Yep, it's not water. I mean, literally, as you said, I like tea. I took the first sip of a tea.
Thank you.
He loves tea.
Thank you, Peter.
He loves
this
tea.
Is...
I'm drinking the same one as you, Jake.
You're having the same one as me?
You'll love it.
Okay, we'll see.
By the way, great.
Is there sugar or anything in this?
A little bit of honey.
Little honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't put honey in mine, right?
This is
I'm in
grainy.
ketosis.
This does look like a brown mustard a little bit.
I'm going to let mine sit for a little bit and steep. So
you go on the diet. You're doing well.
So I'm doing well. It's like Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Today's Tuesday.
It's Sunday. And I'm in the car with Leanne and I go, and I said, why am I so good at this? Like, why am I so good at a teetotal? I'm such a teetotaler.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can either go no alcohol at all, no food at all. I go from 3 corn dogs, tall boys, and rosé all day long to no food, to 700 calories a day and no alcohol, and that's actually manageable for me.
Right.
Like for real, manageable. Like I go, this isn't a problem. I don't question it. I just go, these are the rules. These are the rules. We follow the rules. Or there's no rules at all, and I'm just like, fuck it. There's no rules.
Right.
And I'm off the rails. I'm fucking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating whatever I want, whenever I want.
Mm.
And by the way, I will say that towards the end, actually, I think I was with Peter right when I went totally clean, because I went to two bears, 1 cave, and I was eating clean, but I was still like fat as fuck. So I go, why is it that I can do that? And Leanne casually says, well, you know, you like workarounds. like she said something that she didn't mean and she took back, so I won't say that. But she goes, you like workarounds. You like a nice cheat code. Like you like to figure things out around the box. And I go, what do you mean? And I got really bothered by it because I go, hold on. Like I'm telling you, like I can work within the rules. And she goes, yeah, but do you really ever work within the rules? Because you always find a workaround for yourself. There's truth in that. There's real truth in that because I do find cheat codes for myself in everything I do.
I'm the same way. I call it, the rationalizations.
Yeah.
You go, well, I can have the meal now. Like I'll have the big lunch now because I'm going to be better later. Like shit like that. Yeah. Right. And is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah,
like where
or you know what I do is I go, I've already done it. I've already started. Cause I said to myself, I'm not going to start drinking until I get down to until I break 250. Until I break 250. But then I just called in avails and they're like, do you want to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? And I was like, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I said to Leanne, well, what are we doing Saturday night? There's a cheat code right there. Cause I know if she wants to drink, I'm gonna have a drink with her.
Right there it is.
But then I'm watching myself. I do it with hot sauce. So I'm not allowed to have hot sauce. I'm not allowed
It's not good for you.
I have acid reflux.
Yeah.
I swear to you on my children, I'll get a burrito, I'll grab hot sauce, and I go, oops.
You say oops.
I go, whoa, what has
Who's
happened?
the oops for?
Who did this? Who's doing this to this?
Are you even around other people? You're just by yourself?
By myself. Whoa,
whoa. How did this get there?
That's way too much.
Right. Oh my God. And who put this queso on it too?
Or I do that I go, do you have fresh jalapenos? And my brain goes, you're not allowed to have those.
Yeah.
Go, she's already getting them.
I do that. Yeah. Like, if they do it, this was God.
This was, and you know what? Yeah. And so I do that with hot sauce. And I know I'm not allowed. And then I have diarrhea and my stomach hurts and I throw up in my mouth while I sleep. And then I go, why would I do this? But I do it to myself. It is uncontrollable.
I went on, it's so funny. I went on Andrew Santino's podcast. I had a good time. It was great.
Yeah.
I walk out. It's 2:00. I hadn't eaten since breakfast.
Great feeling.
Oh, I was like, and I had a couple drinks in me. We had drinks during it. So I'm like,
that's the best feeling.
Dude, 2 drinks, hungry, don't get in my way. I am going to maul you. Like, I'm coming after you, okay? And I'm like, I'm like let out of this studio.
Going into a taco truck like the fucking guy in Men in Black, the roach in Men in Black.
Everything. Yeah. I'm going to take it down. In the distance, I see a cartoon picture of a bagel on the side of a building. And I just start walking to it like a mirage. Like I'm like,
you can't even control your body.
Couldn't control my body. Walking towards it, and it was a cartoon bagel. It could have just been a circle. I just walked towards it, and it's Hank's, or it's a bagel place here in LA. And I'm not like a New York bagel snob.
Yeah,
give me a fucking bagel. Who cares? I walk in. It's 1:45. They close at 2. I go, I'll have a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. They made one of the top bacon, egg, and cheeses on everything bagel that I've ever fucking had. I ate it outside in half a second, and I'm sitting there. It's 1:58. They close at 2. I go, Jared, you didn't eat since 6 a.m. You flew cross country. Get a bagel with chicken salad. My second favorite. Right. Not a bad idea. Chicken. We're good.
If you were homesick, your mom would bring that home.
Right. Yeah. And listen, we're going to have a big lunch, no dinner. I'll have a protein bar for dinner. That's in my mind what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm rationalizing. I walk back in. I go, are you guys still cooking? She goes, let me go ask. I go, just want a chicken salad on a everything bagel toast. She goes, no problem. We got you. And I go, oh, I'm like, good. We did it. You had the 2 bagels. This is your big lunch. You're going to have a protein bar later. They go, hey, man, do you want us to you want these extra bagels? We're just going to throw them away.
No.
I go, oh my God.
No.
I almost escaped. They put together a bag of bagels that could have fed everyone in this house. It was, and I knew what they were doing. They didn't want to throw them away. They didn't want to be the person.
Oh yeah.
They should have a deal with a shelter of some sort because they didn't want to deal. It feels bad to throw away food.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, let's get this guy. He'll take anything. They looked at me. They're like, oh, this guy likes a bit Jewish guy, chubby Jewish guy.
Guys, 2 bagels in 15 minutes.
Right.
I guarantee he'll eat a third.
Did you see how he ate that bacon, egg, and cheese? He'll take another. They put together a bag of bagels, and I'm now taking the bagels and ripping them as if that makes it better. like ripping a piece of one.
Just eating the outside?
The outside, and then going, I just got to try the poppy and the sesame and the everything and the... I probably ate 6 bagels that day. By the end, and I had dinner that night. No protein bar. I didn't do the protein bar. I knew it. I'm saying these things as I know I'm going to break the rules I just made.
So today I'm driving over and I'm already in ketosis.
Mm-hmm.
Like my body's already burning fat. So I go, I'm gonna call Rogan because I know Rogan lives in ketosis.
Okay.
And then my dad calls. As I'm calling Rogan, my dad calls, and I go, fuck. Or no, I'm sorry. Tommy calls. No. Tommy calls, and I tell him, hey man, I'm calling Rogan right now. I want to get into ketosis. He's like, hold on, before you talk to him, let me talk to you. And I go, hold on, let me call. It's ringing on the other line for Rogan. Let me call you back. I go over to the other side on Rogan, and my dad calls, and then my dad, and so it's like all these fucking calls. So I don't get to talk to anyone. I don't get to talk to anyone about my ketosis.
Right.
The first person I talked to was Peter. I go, I'm in ketosis right now. And he goes, really? I said, yeah, I think I'm just going to go keto. And he goes, well, that's a bad idea. And it's like anything what he was saying is fairly accurate. Everyone is accurate in their assessments. They're not being assholes. They're just accurate in their assessments. But as opposed to going, that's a great idea. You should try it. He goes, well, it's a lot of fat. They don't tell you it's fat. And then I call Rogan, or I call Tom, and Tom calls back, and he's like, do not talk to Joe about keto. He's like, Joe eats wolf. He's like, that you're not going to get a fair balance. He's going to be like, you need high range, high alpha bison. They only shoot up Machu Picchu.
I mean, here's my issue though. When someone that looks like you or I comes up and is like, I'm doing this. In what world do we want to go, well, that might not. Whatever I'm doing is better than what I was doing before. Just be positive.
That happens to me constantly.
My brother does that shit to me. He's like, sugar and fruit, shit like that.
Oh, fuck them. Fuck them in their faces.
Fuck sugar and fruit people.
If I'm having fruit, that's a healthy decision.
It's a win. Let's take the win.
Why are we going to fucking talk about like I'm got diabetes from a plum?
I'm not going from 6 abs to 8 abs.
Yeah.
So let's just agree this was a positive step.
Oh, can I tell you the one that sends me through the roof?
Go.
Can I have a Caesar salad? Actually, a cheeseburger's healthier than a Caesar salad.
No. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you in your face.
Get the fuck away from me. Don't give me your half-truths you heard from somewhere else. I am doing something that makes me feel mentally good. I'm getting better than I was the day before. You should drink water at night. Oh, really? Don't tell me water instead of a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese. Whoa, when I'm hungry at night, I just eat Chinese food. Oh, you should just drink water. No. That's not the thing that replaces...
I need stats on Morning Sun. I need real stats on Morning Sun. Because I'm out there every fucking morning getting cancer. Go with a cup of coffee going, come on, baby. Work. Turn it over. These motherfuckers. It's like, listen, I can listen to the dudes. Like Huberman. He's done the research.
Who's this?
Andrew Huberman.
I don't even know. I've tried to I've tried to go zen on health.
I listen to all of them, and that's my problem. It's like, it's
too much information.
This is
you need
text.
to keep it simple, man. I think that's what for me. It's like this is. I'm gonna write a self-help book. I'm not even fucking around.
Write this down. Someone write this down downstairs. I am writing a self-help book. I got offered one a long time ago as a joke. I'm going to do it for fucking real.
Well,
I'm going to do it for real. And I'm just, because I hate to say this, other than a couple people out there, and by a couple, I mean legit, like Peter Attia. I watched Peter Attia and Andrew Huberman one time talk, and their talk was really interesting. But
I would actually argue that your self-help book, if I was to brainstorm with you right now,
it would be how to stay a fucking partying your dick off and get shit done.
Right. How to get every ounce of happiness out of life. I think nobody.
All right, let me go through.
Nobody squeezes the towel of life better than you. Not to blow smoke.
Oh,
your 3. I remember when we were having lunch and you ordered the 3 lunches. There was care and thought put into what you were a great orderer of the menu.
Thank you.
So I would follow you down
Let's
an
call
order.
Joe List right now.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Let's call
I didn't want to bring it up. I have only
Let's call Joe List right now.
because I would follow you into the cave of ordering to because I watched those. The order was like, I want the best. And I do this too, where I'll ask the waiter, I'm like, what's the best thing on the menu? And if they go, everything's good, I leave the restaurant. Like, I don't even want to be there anymore. If they go, no one ordered, this is one that I like hearing that. Like, it's a vibe I'm looking for, not an actual answer. Like, I want them to go, no, you wouldn't think this is good. It's kind of a strange menu item, but you're going to like, I get it right away.
Immediately.
Immediately.
When she goes meatloaf sandwich, I go, woo.
Wait, why did you?
I had not thought about that.
Right.
That wouldn't be on my radar.
You and we read people in that, a waiter in that way. And I watched you order and I was like, you get food jealousy. Listen, I wasn't ready to eat.
Yeah.
But you're going to get the corn dog that was thoughtful. There's thought put into the order.
Three corn dogs. We had a Louisiana corn dog. We had a dragon's dick.
Hold
and
on.
A regular corn dog.
Back it up. What's in a Louisiana corn dog?
Louisiana corn dog was a hot link.
That can't be good for your anus and your acid reflux.
Link. One of those hot links.
Oops, a Louisiana corn dog.
Not as big. The foot long was the real corn dog.
That was the dragon's dick?
No, dragon's dick was
smaller.
Was a spicy kielbasa wrapped in cornflakes.
Oh, dude!
With a sriracha mayo drizzled all over it. That's my mouth watering.
Yeah, that's.
Do you hear that?
So when you guys are on this trip, hot sauce is in.
If we, oh yeah, hot sauce. Sorry,
so hot sauce is on the table.
I started fucking around with hot sauce the way like Robert Downey Jr. starts having beers. He's like, beer wasn't my problem.
Have one packet of Tabasco.
Fucking beer.
What's your top hot sauce? Mainstream.
In all honesty, Yucateca.
What is that?
Oh, pull it up and
Yucateca?
Pull it up on Amazon and order me a new fucking 10-pack.
I mean,
if I'm going keto,
we're sitting in Plug City.
YUCA. It should start coming up. El Yucateca.
Is this a West Coast thing?
I think so. You buy it primarily in like whatever our Mexican word for bodega is. Like the
place where the cat is out.
Fucking this.
Dude, I don't even recognize the label.
So go to the El Yucateca sampler platter. Just type in sampler, sample.
See, I don't like Tabasco. It's too acidic for me.
Okay. Go. Go to the one that's got all of them. No, all of them. The one that's got the most, yeah. So this is for Hot Ones. This is Hot Ones starter pack. El Yucateca is in the Hot Ones. The bomb from Hot Ones is the spiciest. No,
I don't want spicy. I like tasty.
I'm sorry. Get off this and go to me the El Yucateca sampler patter. Like whatever is just El Yucateca. You're gonna
4 habanero.
No, you're gonna just see. Never mind. Sorry, Christine. This is the problem with women in the internet. Can I tell you? Because they never dealt with porn the way we do. They don't know how to navigate things.
We fly around this
We've been working in this like
tab to tab to tab to tab.
Blood diamonds in the mines, and then we're these young African kids, and then they bring us to the United States, and they're like, "Hey, can you dig a hole at the beach?" And you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I've been digging for blood diamonds my whole fucking life. I got one hand and a paw."
See, I'm a Cholula guy.
Dude, this shit. So, hang on, I'm gonna get up and show you.
See, even the label looks authentic to me, you know?
Hang on. Where's Triple X?
This
one right here?
Yeah.
This one right here? Holy.
So the black label. It's
No. That one. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You dip that in some, you pour like about I'm like, by the way, I haven't eaten in 4 days.
I know this is I got you on
one right now. You take ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And you give me like 4/4 sizes of ranch dressing, and in the dead center, give me a dime size drop of that, or give me like a nickel size of that. Holy shit! Get me a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
Give me rotisserie chicken, and I will finger that.
Ooh.
I will rip it off the bone, and I will dip it in that sauce, and I will fucking suck it down.
I am my most myself when I'm eating a Costco rotisserie chicken, like on my own, like.
I love that thought. I love
what
you're
I mean.
saying. What
like
you like,
that's
like
when
you're primal.
Right.
self. Like if we took you back to caveman days.
Yes, that would be me.
And we put you in a cave.
Yes.
It would be identical to you at a counter, no one in the house,
Right.
with a rotisserie chicken.
Lights off, fridge open. Just
so the fridge light.
light.
I'm gonna paint the picture. The fridge light is hitting your face the same way the flicker of the flame.
That's right.
That your wife
right
just lit.
My wife
as you tear through a chicken that you've roasted on that flame. It's identical.
Right. And I'm taking that rope off the legs. I take it off slow, sexually. And then I take that wing.
Where do you start on
I'm starting on a wing. Because I want to go, I want to get that. See, I can tell you're hungry. You really want me to talk about that. I'm going to start on that wing. I'm going to start, you know that part of the wing that you shouldn't eat, but you do, it's bone. You chew into it.
I don't even count that as eating.
No, that's.
I don't even count that as eating.
Yeah, that's just the appetizer.
I ripped those off before
right.
anyone sees that I've started to take apart.
Because it's the most delicious part. It's got a little crunch.
It's so good.
So,
and then the part that's long, I just chew it.
Right.
And I'll chew the bone too.
To the bone. I want like side-by-side camera angles of Bert and I eating the bird in our own sexual way.
I go breast last.
Yeah.
Because
that's the part you're gonna dip into this sauce that you just made.
Hardcore.
The biggest.
Oh, when I go thigh.
Okay.
I go underneath. I just rip underneath and rip the thighs off. And I will eat, especially if it's still warm from the store. And by the way,
it's got to be still warm.
Cheat code in life. A rotisserie chicken cooked is the exact same price as an uncooked chicken.
It's the rotisserie chicken from markets is the best deal that there is.
It's the best deal in the world.
You're getting a whole bird, and it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Just take down the whole thing.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's ready to go.
And that's keto.
That's keto approved. I don't know. I would assume.
Is ranch keto and hot sauce keto? I bet hot sauce isn't keto.
I love the way you mix the sauces because when we go for Chinese food, my dad turns into a mixologist with the duck sauce and the mustard.
Oh.
You know the mustard? I don't like when the mustard comes in packets. I don't like when the duck sauce comes in packets. I want it to be in that tray. You know, Boston had good Chinese food.
My mouth is watering pretty aggressively. Chinese mustard is everyone should hang their hats up.
It's the best.
They did it better than everyone.
I agree.
All the Brits, all the Germans,
unreal.
Hang your hats up. You've been outdone by the Chinese.
It will clear you out.
It's the only mustard there should be. I mean, you can have other mustards for children.
Right.
Like, children should have mustard. Like the yellow mustard should be for children.
Yeah, no, this is adult
to get
mustard.
them into mustard.
Because you know why it's adult mustard? You have to respect it. If you use too much, you're done. You're on the bench. You're not eating with the rest of us. You're missing out.
You're sitting this one out. Yeah.
Because you're going to slow down, and everyone else is going to be eating that poo-poo for two. You're missing out on a wing. It's horseradish. There's a lot of horseradish.
Is it just horseradish?
It is. It'll take you the fuck out. It is so good. I went to China. Never have I ever been more embarrassed than when I asked for duck sauce and mustard in China. They don't do that there. Did you know?
No way, that's an us thing?
That's an us thing. I was like,
I need
no duck
2
sauce?
forks, a Pepsi, and duck sauce.
And they're like, you're in actual China, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Can you stop talking the make-believe and tell me say my order back to me?
In English.
Number 7, motherfucker.
Right, they're like, this is Beijing.
This episode is brought to you by the best sleep I've ever had in my entire life last night. And we put out blackout curtains. I'm telling you right now, I slept like the gods meant you to sleep. Today's episode is brought to you by Helix. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe Collection, the newly released Helix Elite Collection, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, and even a mattress made for kids. So how will you know which Helix mattress works best for you? I know that this is what I did. I took the Helix sleep quiz, and I found the perfect mattress in literally under 2 minutes. And then it personally was shipped to my door, straight to my door, free of charge, in a box. So fucking easy to set up, I can't even tell you. I literally popped the box open, very carefully went through with a knife on the plastic, and the sleep quiz took less time than the mattress setup, which is pretty astounding because the mattress setup takes less than 2 minutes. If your spine needs a little extra TLC, by the way, they've got you covered. Every Helix mattress has a hybrid design combined with wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top. It is the perfect combination for support and comfort. I'm telling you, last night, I spent the night on one last night. It is my favorite mattress I've ever slept on. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I'm telling you right now, find the one that's right for you, and you will see that connection when you sleep on that mattress. The sleep quiz takes 2 minutes. Just go on, see what they've got for you. And by the way, if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners in honor of Labor Day. Go to helixsleep.com/Bert and use code HelixPartner25. This is the best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. We celebrate life's biggest moments with champagne, but everyday achievements deserve to be celebrated too, whether it's closing out your to-do list, which can be overwhelming at times, just getting somewhere on time, or making it through another day. That's reason to celebrate. So next time you accomplish something within your everyday, celebrate it with Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, because that is what living the high life is all about. Living the high life means you appreciate quality and timeless classics. You believe the best parts of life are not rare and hard to achieve. You celebrate achievements within your everyday with the champagne of beers, like people have done for generations. It's one of my favorite things to do is take a minute for myself, sit in an Adirondack with a cold Miller High Life, maybe a cigar, watch the sunset and go, you killed it, big guy. You killed it. You worked out. You mowed the lawn. You made dinner for everybody. And now this is your time to celebrate your achievements. Welcome to the High Life. Go to MillerHighLife.com/Bert to find Miller High Life near you. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This isn't bad.
Are you being
sorry.
fucking serious?
I'm sorry. I think it's the honey. Listen, if I drank honey, I would like it too.
Honey is awesome.
Is there cinnamon in this?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine how good honey was that we had to fight bears and bees to get it?
I think about this all the time. Like, do you think of like the cavemen, the first person to like, because basically with all food, with all things you put in your mouth, it was a 50-50 shot that you die. Right? If you think about it back then.
Not really. I'm sure you gave it to your dog first. You're like, he's okay.
What do they have 100 tester dogs? They're just got a pack of dogs to eat all the foods before I do?
There's one of my favorite George Carlin jokes was in the book Brain Droppings, and he goes, he was talking about caveman days, what the meetings must have been like. He's like, all right, heads up. Number 1, don't eat the brown berries. Okay, we found out the brown berries are poisonous. Obviously, we lost the dog last night. And he's like, well, if I were you, Dave, I'd stop laughing because you ate the dog. And so it was like one of the hardest. So wait, honey.
Think about the first person that like put a banana in their mouth. Like a banana. I mean, I had to take us there.
You think he put it in his mouth first?
First, he stuck it up his ass, and then found the G spot.
My tea sucks.
You don't like it?
Well, it's fucking nothing. There's
no
herbal,
honey.
It's herbal tea.
Oh no, this is pretty. I mean, Peter's put some TLC.
It's almost like smoking. It's almost like smoking a clove.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you get a buzz from it. Maybe I'll start nicotine.
I don't think that's a good thing for you.
I think so.
I think you're trying to solve your cat problem with a bobcat issue. You know, you're like, oh, I've thought that through. Where I'm like, maybe I'll pick up cigarettes. They say you lose hunger.
You know, Nick DiPaolo just started smoking at like 55.
That's crazy.
He just started smoking. He was like, fuck it, I don't have cancer. I won't get it.
That's some hilarious math he did.
Yeah, but like at a certain point. Like I think about this a lot. I talked about this on a podcast yesterday, but I was like, okay, so like I really am into, and I know it doesn't seem like this from the outside, but to the whole longevity shit.
Right.
I am into that. I have a polar plunge, I have a sauna, I work out with a trainer every day. It's not working, but it's staving off. I heard a guy on TikTok. Do you think one day they're gonna go, I was told on TikTok 100 years ago, the same way they go, 4 I read in a book. Put it in the Bible.
I mean, everyone are already saying, like, I read an article, and they really mean they read a tweet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they didn't read it.
No,
I haven't read an article in years.
I do not want to leave where we're at right now.
Mm.
Can you write up there? I have zero original thoughts. I have, which makes for a really tough to podcast.
Tough to podcast.
I feel like I go on podcasts and I don't say anything. And by the way, I'm certain millions of people that must agree with me because I feel like I'm just saying. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Like I really am like at a place where I start empathizing. And the hard work is mine to do. The hard work is mine to do. But I start empathizing with, I'll say celebrities. I'm not saying like I'm a celebrity, but celebrities, when comics that fall off. When they get here and you're like, whoa, and then they start doing mediocre shit. And I feel like I'm at that place where I'm doing some mediocre shit. I like my podcasting isn't what it was when I was younger because I feel like I've talked about all my thoughts and I've got to rediscover thoughts. Just put a pin in that. What were we talking about before this? TikTok, but you gotta, I think there's an element of like living you gotta do. Like we get so caught up and we gotta get the podcast out. You gotta get it on the date. Oh, all I do is live. That's why I take emails. Like I love taking other people's problems. Let me live in their world for a second. Like, that's been like helpful for me because I always have something to talk about. Like, and it opens up doors in your brain when you like the thing that opens up doors in your brain to stories you didn't think to tell is when someone says to you, "Hey, I've been going through this thing. This thing happened to me. Has that ever happened to you? Do you, how would you go? How would you proceed?" I had something happen yesterday. What's that? And I think you'll have an opinion on this. I'm certain I have to. I got chips and guac. Love that we're back on food. Back on food. By the way, I can live in this space. I mean, this is the thing. I don't like talking about any issues or anything. I just want to talk about food. I want to make fun of my family. Yeah. I want to like make jokes about. I want to talk about me. Like I don't really like the whole idea of like. Sometimes you go on these podcasts and that becomes the whole like this. Oh, can we say anything? It's like we're on a mic that we can say whatever the fuck we want. And I'm like, I can't do that anymore. I get chips and guac. Okay. I'm dipping in it. The pit of it's a 3-ounce guacamole. The pit of the avocado is in the dip. I love it. You love it. I love it. I'll tell you why. Bert, I love it. I'll tell you why. We're on two sides of the aisle on this one. Do you know why they put it in there? To keep it fresh. Yeah. Because I said to them, I go, and I didn't. I was. Oh, your frustration is that it's been sitting back there. No, less guac. Oh. It's a 3-ounce bowl. I got it on video. Pull it up. Go to my TikTok. I'm going to show you the guac. I put up this video. Maybe I am an alcoholic. This is what brought this up for you? No. My guac issues? What? I feel like. I'll tell you when we go to that video right there. Thoughts. Okay, that's the portion up on the right. I don't even. See how small it is? It's a little scoop of guac. And the pit's in there? Yes. Oh, I thought it was like a big bowl. No, this wasn't a barbecue where someone brought a Ziploc bag. It's like when you got the beers. You got the beers and they had the ice in the center. Right. You're like, oh, it keeps it colder. You're like, yeah, but I'm not getting a pitcher of beer. Right. There's a whole pitcher missing. Look at that. How big that pit is. That's fucking ridiculous. That's the whole pit. So I said something and I didn't complain. I just go, is this something you guys do? Like, I just wanted, curious is better than accusatory. Yeah. So I go, is this? By the way, almost anything that comes out of a Jewish person's voice sounds a tad bit accusatory. Yes, we ask. Is this something you guys do? Is this what you do? Is this, yeah, I heard my mom just now. Is this what you do? You just put the pit in the guac? So this is the thing. So this is what you do. You just take up an ounce of guac with the pit. You have not aged at all. You know that? My family's pretty good. I got good genes. So what did they say? Good lighting. What did they say? She goes, we put the pit in. I go, is this what you guys do with the guac? She goes, we do it to keep it fresh. And I'm like, how long has it been sitting there is my next question. Well, that's a thought process I didn't have. I didn't really think that way. My thought was, this is bullshit. The idea that it's going to brown over in the time it takes me to eat this, I'm going to eat this in half a minute. It's been sitting in the fridge. In the back. They made 40 of them in the morning. That's the problem. You're right. Well, not 40. I guess. I wonder if it's a full avocado. It doesn't. At this point, is good lighting. That is really good lighting. Great light. I mean, LA. I don't even know how to do what you did. What do you mean? I wouldn't even know how to do that. I did it on Instagram stories, and then I move it over to TikTok. Is Instagram stories easier to work with creatively? For me. Yeah, for me too.
I'm sure for a certain age.
I've never shot and posted on TikTok. I don't even know how to do a Reels, to be honest with you.
You've had people since this has begun.
I do them, but I don't know. Like people will do I'll work with people that'll like go on the road with us, and then they'll do their Reels of them of their trip. Hey, I had a great time. Right. All the pictures and videos, and I go, how the fuck did you do that?
Right. Well, every time I do something, it looks like it was a third grade homework assignment. Like mine with the picture on the side. Like this isn't like with captions that are like looking good and whatever.
How many views?
This did what did it get? Anything? 9,000, which is good.
But what's your average view for a video
on TikTok?
Oh yeah,
it's around that I'd be like it didn't bomb 9,000.
Yeah. Okay,
but when it takes off, you know how TikTok works. When it goes, it goes. Yeah. So you got other my Bachelor ones get a lot.
Watching The Bachelor?
When I watch The Bachelor,
I've never watched that show.
You can watch my recaps.
But I feel like it's.
You would like it.
I feel like it's coke. Where I go, when people go, I've never done coke, and you go, and then part of me goes, yeah, that's a good thing, probably.
Right.
Or
good thing I didn't get into coke because it would have been an issue.
So Thursday night, I'm getting into marijuana, pretty heavily.
Last Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yeah,
coming up.
You're gonna start smoking marijuana.
So I have a friend who will name unnamed.
Is he not a lot? Okay.
And so
he must get weed that you're like.
We all get insane fucking weed. Everyone gets insane weed. But we've been talking for a long time back and forth about my boozing, just casually. Nothing because we always have a good time when we drink. But he's like, you gotta he keeps saying you gotta pull it back. I would get. I'm talking way too candidly. I always get defensive as if they don't know how much I drink. And then I go, but the truth is, he's not saying it to be a dick. He's saying it as a friend. And he's like, yo, and he keeps telling me, you need to just fucking lean into edibles. At the end of the night, take an edible. So this weekend, and starting Thursday, I'm going to make a proactive attempt at leaning in to edibles.
I don't mean to be your friend who drinks a lot, who's going to tell you you're not doing so bad.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be that guy.
Because I love that guy.
Because I was around you for a part of the tour.
Yeah.
And I'm a drinker. With Hobson last night, I had 3 martinis, nothing. Yeah. It was just like good night, 2 friends hanging out. You on tour, it wasn't like I was.
Me on tour is healthier than me off tour.
Is that what it is?
Me on Fully Loaded was bad.
I didn't see you fully loaded.
Everyone drinks.
So everyone's getting hammered.
Everyone's doing 15 minutes, so everyone's partying every day, all day long.
Chilling. Yeah, when you're doing an hour. When you did an hour, I didn't we even went to the bar in Reading where you told everyone to go to that bar. And you were behind the bar, and I was like, this isn't like a crazy night of drinking to me. This was like a normal, fun night.
That's the misconception is, I said to someone the other day, if I quit drinking, no one would actually notice. Because you don't see, right. I'm not drinking on stage. I'm not drunk on stage.
No.
I'm doing stand-up comedy. I think the critique is by a lot of people who have never seen me do stand-up and are just internet people.
Well, that's what people do. If you get a reputation, then the losers come out.
If no one knows my bad drinking, no one's ever seen, Dave Williamson's seen my bad drinking, Andrew's seen my bad drinking, Peter's seen my bad drinking, Leanne's seen my bad drinking.
I have not.
Because that's the part I hide from people. My bad, Fortune Feimster saw my bad drinking.
Okay.
My bad drinking is 6 a.m. fucking Washington O'Hare.
Oh, so airports really
Chicago O'Hare.
Airports do it for you.
That's my bad drinking.
That's when you really want to put one on. There's an element of place, time, where your head's at. I understand that.
It is not so. And I sound like I'm defending it to someone who's accusing me. No one's accused me, but but in truth, I'm just being honest with the situation. Is when I have nothing to do, that is where problems show up.
Occupy time.
Yeah. And so, but when I have something to do and I do stand up, I'm on the road. You've seen it. We don't drink all day. We do activities. We work out at night. If we're doing 2 shows, I don't drink the
3
First.
lunches.
I eat a lot.
Before going on stage, I couldn't.
My first drink usually, and during Fully Loaded, it was different because I was such a big party. We were drinking during the day, and then we drink at night, and then we were smoking weed, and we had mushrooms. It was crazy. But on the road, normally I have my first drink at the end of whatever my second show is, my end of my last show, when I start telling the machine, or middle of the show, 35 minutes in. That's when I have a drink. No one ever sees me hammered on stage. Even if I play it up, I'm really not hammered on stage, because I would never be hammered on stage. I would never. And by the way, there have been times, just so we're clear, I know I'm double talking. There have been times I've been hammered on stage. Everyone's had that.
Right. You're doing the thing where like, well, oh, look at here. No. I watched what the deal was, and it wasn't a person drinking that really more than anyone else. And I'm a person, I know exactly what you're saying with the daytime thing.
Yeah.
If it's a football Sunday,
bro,
and it's 1:00 and I have no shows that night, that's a dangerous scenario for me, because I know I got all the time in the world. I want to watch the games. I got money on every single game. I put $20.
I'm gambling. I want to put this out there right now. I'm gambling every fucking weekend this weekend on football.
I am too.
Every fucking weekend. I went and did my calendar out. I am going to the Rams Saints games. I'm going to the Bucks Eagles game. I'm going to Florida State Syracuse, and I'm going to go to football games all throughout the fall. And I'm gambling every week.
It's the best.
I'm going to see if I can get Tom to match me and see who wins. Just me and him go head to head. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for the podcast. But like every week, put our bets in.
No, people track your bets. People will give you shit. It is fun.
If you're a betting website, hit us up, or don't. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I have a cousin with a app that it's like a social media betting app that you can track people's betting, and you can like give each other shit. It's called Sharps. I better get it right. He'll fucking kill me. I didn't plan on bringing this up, but my cousin started. It's a good idea. It's like basically the idea like you give your shit, you and your friends, you can see what they bet, and you can do it through the sites.
Wow.
So like if you do it on your site, I'm going to make sure I have it right. He'll kill me. Sharps with a Z. And it's like one of those things that you can like track your bet, and you put it up there, and it shows, what's going on. It's like a new app. It's a good idea.
I used to love fantasy football. But
I'm done with fantasy football, because I'm not done. I'm in one league, and no one gives each other shit on the email. Anytime I give someone shit, I don't know them well enough, and everyone gets, no one even responds.
I used to be in a Pick'ems league and a fantasy football league. I never performed in the Pick'ems league, and and my fantasy football league was never fun. It was like finally the last one I was in was a Pick'ems league, but it was with all my buddies I went to college with.
Would you want to start? Let's do a confidence pool. You give like points.
I have zero. I just told you I have zero original thoughts. Where do you think my confidence is these days? I can't believe I get to do an hour on this Top Off fucking tour. I'm like, I don't know. I'll show you. I'm going to show you all my new material when I go down. I marked it out. I think I have 100 new bits. I have 100 new bits. These all suck.
100 bits.
They're all strung out and long. And one of them is about this fucking dude. One of them is so good. It's about this dude. You know what's crazy?
What's that?
He fucking emailed me yesterday. Out of the blue. I have not spoken to
What's
this
the
dude
bit about? Well, you don't have to say, but
about him cheating on his wife.
Oh my God. And telling you?
And 27 years ago, he told me. 27 years ago. And Peter, get up here. Peter, get up here, please. He fucking emailed me out of the fucking blue.
Okay.
Out of the blue, he emails me. He's like, "Hey, man." And he doesn't know that I'm doing the bit.
So you're doing a bit about him telling you 27 years ago that he cheated on his wife.
He's still married to her.
And you've kept the secret.
I've kept the secret, and I started telling him on stage. It's a really funny story.
And now, out of the blue, did he get wind that you were talking about it?
Pete, how accurate is this?
People at home don't know this.
How accurate is this?
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I've been telling the story. I've told it twice.
A couple times.
I've told it twice. I told it both
I
times
can't believe
at
you
Rogan's
count
Club.
bits like that.
Well, no, I've only told it twice because it's a good bit, but it's something I never really told because it is kind of salacious. But I was like, what are the odds he's going to ever hear this? What are the odds he's still married? And then, and I told it twice at the comedy Mothership. Both times, it fucking killed. Mark Norman pulled me outside and he's like, that fucking bit is a banger. And I was like, and then Pete goes,
what is the email about?
He just sent from him.
Just
hey, man.
just a check-in.
Just checking in. We're coming to one of your shows. Everyone's coming to your show.
I guess you're taking a night off from that bit.
How great is that?
That's great.
Can I tell you the bit? And you have to edit this out.
Hold on.
It's so good. It's so good.
Edit this out, but before you go to this, don't edit this out.
Okay.
There's nothing funnier than that I don't know, there's a screen over here that Bert's staring at. It just says, I have zero original thoughts. And it's like, this is like insanity. You're just sitting here staring at I have zero original thoughts. And it's like, who would do this to themselves? Why are you? He's just staring. It's like, put up like you need to lose 40 pounds. Like, this is like the funniest shit. Like, it's like, why would you do this? Why can't we turn this screen around? Let them remind you later. Does it have to say I have? Look, this is insanity. This is like you're in your prison cell, and you're like fucking with yourself.
Yeah, I have zero original thoughts, which isn't good for a guy who talks a lot.
Right on the put it on the board.
Yeah, that's. And by the way, turn that into a T-shirt. I have zero original thoughts.
It's a great tee. I just looked over. I was like, "Why is he
original thoughts?"
I had no idea you were just sitting here staring at the negativity. I don't think David Goggins would be in favor of this. I don't think he'd be like, put up your most negative thought on the board and stare at it for 2 hours.
Zero original thoughts.
Like, I think you have original thoughts. You don't have to do this to yourself.
I feel like honestly,
what's that?
That it would behoove me to do a nice club run, but I don't have
100 bits. I don't do that. I bring that because it's like I've never counted. Like,
so Pete, fucking God bless Pete. The other day we're going to do Comedy Mothership.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing 2 Bears, and then
is that club not? It's nice, right? Everyone
it's great.
loves it.
It's fucking great. I did.
I saw it had like a chandelier. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, you just text Adam, and then I did. Rogan does. I think Rogan does every. I think he does. I want to say he does every night, but I did the Rogan and Friends show, and then I do the little man room, little guy, whatever it's called. He's got 2 rooms. He's got a big room that he does, and then the little room, which is like it's actually more fun in my opinion. It's as fun. It's not more fun. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that. I did an hour there, and then I did an hour 30. But I said to Pete, because Pete sits by stage and then writes any bit that I have. He sees that he kind of like notices that I haven't put in something. He kind of catalogs, and then he went through and he made a spreadsheet of all the bits. And then great. I took the spreadsheet, my phone, and my spreadsheet, my phone, and my joke book, and I compiled everything I had on a piece of paper, so I had it. So I want to have it. And I've lost so many joke books that it's the most frustrating thing in the fucking world. And so
I think when you don't do this stuff, like I'm like hearing this, I'm like, yeah, I should do every single thing you're saying. And so things fall through the cracks. You say one thing and you go, wow, I got to remember that, and then the next night just gets lost. And you're like, I can't believe. And then 2 years later, you go, what was that thing I was thinking about? You know, it's weird the way the brain works and what sticks, what doesn't. It gets me frustrated.
So I wrote on a piece. I've been trying to figure out what to do with my gym. So I was like, started writing things, and I have a phrase I wrote a long time ago. I must have written it.
I have no original thoughts.
No, I wrote that. I wrote yesterday. I wrote, start every day with an original thought.
Okay.
Try to find one thought. So my thought today was, and I'll ask you this thought. How did you discover Wu-Tang Clan?
This is a bad question for me.
Do you know Wu-Tang Clan?
So I know them because of popular culture.
But that's I asked Tom Segura this, and he goes, that's a weird question. It's a weird question for everyone. But my curious question is, how did you come upon Wu-Tang Clan? Meaning there's 9 members. Pull up Wu-Tang Clan.
So hold on. You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
I have no relationship to music whatsoever. I like music. I like, top 40. I'm a music. I would say I have no music taste. And I don't want to co-opt the music fandom. I just am not. I'll put on top 40 and just listen.
That's
I know
insane to me. We met a guy like that the other day. Remember, we were in Tampa, and we said, he was talking to me as if he knew me, and I said, do you listen to podcasts? He goes, nah. I said, oh, for real? He goes, yeah, I've never heard one. I said, what do you listen to in the car? And he's like, whatever's on. I go, what do you mean? What kind of music do you listen to? And he goes, no, whatever's on the radio, I'll listen to. I go, you just get in your car and just drive? And he was like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, whoa, it fucked me up. It fucked me up to a place where, and I'm being dead serious, I started discovering new bands because I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be a guy who didn't have any music taste. And so now I'm going to put it on you.
Please.
So tell me more.
Like St. Paul and the Broken Bones. That's like a band I'll bring up that I like.
Never heard them.
I like them. I just like the sound of them. But I've just never been a music fan. I don't go to concerts.
For real?
For real.
Concerts are the fucking best.
I've been a Dave Matthews band.
Of course you have.
Of course. And I went to that's
By the way,
it.
Dave Matthews is
and
fucking...
Fish once because I was dating a girl who loved Fish.
Dave Matthews does not get the respect he deserves. He is so fucking talented. He is so good. He changed the landscape of music. Dare I say, he introduced a generation, my generation, entirely to the live concert experience.
That's the thing. He did like the Fish model, kind of. Like he would do these specialty sets and stuff. And I'm a big Dave Matthews band. Also, what I put on during sex. So I
can't imagine being
my dick flapping.
Some 27-year-old girl's like, my dad listens to this.
Yeah, it's aging out. It becomes less sexy every year. But I
and for marching.
And
up and die.
See, I don't even know words.
That's Dave Attell doing karaoke.
So hold on. I don't want to I'm hard on myself with music. Like I've been listening to Run the Jewels lately. I just found them randomly and
They're
I'm
fucking awesome.
The words, I listen to the words sometimes and I go, I know this wasn't made for me.
No, it was.
I don't know.
One of the guys is white.
White or not, it seems like they're against the man, and I feel very much the man. So it feels like I don't really. Maybe I'm like, there's a little bit of like when it's playing, I'm like, like in Office Space when he puts up the window, like it kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
But I like their sound. Like I enjoy it. Wu-Tang Clan, I know who they are.
Okay.
I'm aware. I know it's a big group, and I know who is like the most famous guy of it.
Name everyone you can in Wu-Tang. Don't look at this thing.
Zero.
Name a name.
You
gotta know one name. Everyone knows one name.
It's
Christine. Name one name in Wu-Tang Clan. Okay.
I didn't even know he was. I thought he was
ODB.
just ODB.
Okay.
Old Dirty. I thought he was just Old Dirty Bastard.
No, he's in Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay. So I'm I'm doing a gig at Mohegan Sun. I'm at their comics
We
Mohegan
did a
Sun.
show there once.
I opened for you there. So I'm there and I'm like doing like I think it's Thursday night. There's like 30 people there.
Yeah.
And I'm doing okay, whatever. And there are these two black guys like in the back center. And they're having a blast. And I'm like, cool. Like I'm happy they're enjoying. But like you're in the middle of Connecticut too. So it's like two black guys that are like kind of a little bit stand out and they're young and whatever. So I come off stage. They come up to me. They're like, that was great, man. We're doing the stadium. We're in Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow.
And they were like the guys, and there's a guy who's like in charge of it all. And he's on stage with them.
Yeah.
With the whole group. And he goes, would you like to come? We'll put tickets aside. And I was like, I would love to. Yeah, of course. I can come after my show.
Yeah.
It's like, no problem. We'll set them aside. We'll put them under your name. I was like, great. So I got done with my show and I go to the stadium at Mohegan. They have a stadium and I get my tickets and I'm in the family section. And I don't think anyone has ever stood out more in a family section. Like I'm like there with my white wine, Dave Matthews looking dude.
Everyone came up to you and they're like, thanks for what you did with our money. And you're like,
he must be the manager. Yeah, he's the accountant's son. Yeah, I don't know why I made them Jewish.
Yeah.
He must be the accountant's son.
He made all the family because you got definitely married a Jewish chick. Buying tickets for your favorite event should not be stressful. I'm saying that as a guy who loves seeing live music. Game Time is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you with killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best prices guaranteed. You can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped up for the fun you'll have. That is my favorite part of this. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Imagine this. You get to pick the seat you have by getting an image before you buy. That's what they do. So you'll know exactly what to expect when you arrive. You can buy tickets in a matter of seconds, just 2 taps, and you're set. The planning of the event is my favorite thing. Snoop Dogg, Dave Matthews are both coming to town in August. Metallica is here this weekend. I can say this now clearly because this is past, but we are going to see Metallica. I went to Game Time with Isla. I got us tickets. I got us 7 tickets. And then this is the beauty, and do this for your kid if you got the opportunity. I said, they're all your tickets. Why don't you invite your friends? I'll drive you down. I'll hang out down there out in the parking lot. This is your event. I'm telling you, this kid was so hyper-focused on Metallica. She texted all her friends and then would come out and go, hold on. What if do you want to go? Does mom want to go? Should I ask Aunt Zay if she want? Hold on. Okay. Take back those because everyone's saying yes. That excitement was so worth the money I spent on tickets, and I got them with no stress. Yesterday, the concert's in 2 days. Snag tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Bertcast for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Bertcast for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Attention, all my bearded beasts. From stubble to mane, if you didn't already know, Manscaped now sells beard products. You heard that correctly. The leader in below-the-waist grooming changed the game with their Beard Hedger Pro Kit, and now they're going a step further with their brand new Handyman, an electric face shaver for a quick and convenient way to achieve a clean-shaven look, whether you're looking sharp up to your neckline or giving that face a smooth finish. This Handyman has you covered. Go to manscaped.com and use code BERT for 20% off and free shipping. It's time to go from 5 o'clock shady to yeah, baby. This thing is a juggernaut of fixing faces. First off, it's a cordless trimmer that has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths all in one guard. So no more messy drawer full of extra add-ons. And trust me, that is so fucking frustrating when you have all the add-ons from all the past clippers you've had. It's just so confusing. That's right. This thing, the face groomer, doesn't need to be that hard. It's got 20 different beard lengths in just one guard. I love it. We have it here at the office, and it's so nice to go to a 4 and just clean myself up every single day and know that it's set on a 4. It's set on a 4, clean it up. Go to an 8, clean it up. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BERT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com, and use the code BERT. Hit the refresh button with Manscaped. My original thought for the day was, how do you find people, right? Like, how do you find people?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to assess, how do you discover things?
Okay.
So I want to get back to the thing of how you discover things, because I'm obsessed with music right now, specifically right now, because all my friends kind of listen to what they listened to in high school and college. None of my friends are graduating their music tastes.
Right.
Like a bunch of my friends went, we were going to go see Widespread Panic, which is what we listened to in college. I was going to go see them, and I couldn't wait to see them. And then we ended up seeing this jazz festival, and it was crazy because there was a lot of things I'd never seen before. And it was like, can I like something I'd never seen before? Because you can
At this age,
because
right.
you can do it with comedy. Like, if you don't know a comic, you can fall in love with a comic pretty easily.
You can go, oh my God, fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Love the demeanor, whatever. Yeah. It's hard with music. You know why?
Why?
The shuffle only gives you Widespread Panic years. It doesn't do like, if you like this, you might like this.
No, it does. It does.
Does it do for like a 2023 band?
That's how I found Goose. So
hold on. He's from my high school.
Goose?
They're like a jam band?
Yeah.
Apparently he went to the same high school. One of the guys in that band went to my high school.
Who?
I was just told, a friend of mine told me about this.
Oh, I'm in love with Goose.
One of them went to Needham High.
Really?
Can you look it up? I was just told.
Is that an old is that
what
is that an old Native American phrase?
I don't know.
Oh, I need 'em high.
So down outside of Boston.
Need 'em low.
You need them, we got them. you got them, we need them. I don't know. One of them.
Here, pull it up.
My friend just told me about this.
They're from Connecticut.
Yeah. No. And one of them went to my high school or something.
You're not gonna
Alkine.
remember. What?
Go down.
Scroll down.
That guy Ben Alkine, maybe him?
Oh, no way.
No. Trevor Weeks. Let me ask my friend because I know one of them went to. My buddy's like a huge fan, and he was like, "You
Dude,
gotta."
they're fucking awesome.
Apparently, they're like, and then they were in. I was down in the Jersey Shore. They were down at like where Bruce Springsteen's from? Asbury Park. They were at the outdoor stage.
So just so everyone's clear, Method Man was my entry level for Wu-Tang Clan. So
Method Man. Yeah. That's the one name.
Yeah. Method Man was my entry level, and I talked to Tom about that because I said Method Man was the most accessible. He was the most commercial. He was the easiest to wrap your head around. I could not. Ghostface Killah, as an adult now, I enjoy his stuff probably. I still love Method Man, but I enjoy his stuff probably the most. And Raekwon as an adult. But as a kid, I really enjoyed Method Man. He just talked to me, and then that's how I met the whole group and fell in love with the group. But the Old Dirty Bastard couldn't. He's a tough entry level. I don't know. I was just trying to write, and I was like, I don't need to write a joke. I can just write an idea. Just have an idea and go. How do you find things? So for Goose,
how'd you find them?
I was doing.
They're young, right?
Yeah. So. Last year at Red Rocks,
I went to high school with Atkins.
Yeah, I know Ben. Yeah.
So his sister went to high school with me.
Oh, for real?
I don't. I'm just got my friend knew her better than I did.
Oh yeah.
He goes, that's her younger brother.
Oh wow.
So he must have went to Needham High too.
He's if I'm not mistaken, go back to the band. Ben is the one I kind of hit up. I'm friends with on Instagram, and so So anyway, my point being is I'm doing Red Rocks again this year.
That's crazy. So they're getting huge.
Yeah, they're really fucking huge. The whole band they're amazing. They're amazing. But so I'm doing Red Rocks this year, and last year they're like, who? Because not that Red Rocks says who do you want to play after you, but they're like trying to find a spot for you, and they're like listing bands, and they go, and Red Rocks is like, you have to come see Goose. We're gonna put you in front of Goose. And I was
crazy.
I was like, for real? And I didn't know anything about Goose, but I had seen them come up on my, not Spotify, but probably Apple, whatever Alexa plays, whatever Leanne has in the house, where you go, Alexa, play Widespread Panic. And then it plays it. And then Goose showed up, and I went, ooh, what is this? And I liked them. And I went, oh, wait, I think I know them. And then I said, all right, I'm not an old man. I'm going to get into this band. So I started listening to them, and then I liked them. And then I really got into them, and then I got Leanne into them, and I was like, cool, I'm going to do that with more bands. Here's the band I discovered today.
Well, before you get there, it's funny because like this is a band you want to support because it does feel like you're getting like they've studied band science.
Oh, they know they're
because
so
it says Berklee
good.
College of Music, and you go,
they're so good.
You go, they must be savants of a certain type. When you hear Berklee School of Music, like my brother's fiance's younger sister, she's in Juilliard.
Yeah.
She was like the lead, violinist, and I went to the concert, and you're like,
they're good.
Oh my God. You're like, I'm seeing something that is just beyond talent. It's in, they were born with it and worked on it. Like, I don't know. I don't, with stand up, I go, yeah, I work really hard at it, and I'm telling funny stories and I'm having fun doing it. I don't think, I don't know if you meet a stand up that you're like, the Berklee School of Music stand-up.
No,
I don't think
there's some that are really talented and bizarre. My thing was, so because I feel like, quote unquote, I have zero original thoughts. I feel like, so let me get into music, see if those pull up any new ideas. Because your most creative is probably like right when you get to college, and that was when I was my most creative, my most free, probably the funniest I've ever been, or when I moved to New York, and all those times coincide with me discovering new music.
Nothing to lose at that age.
Nothing to lose.
You go, whatever I do, if it fails in the quiet.
Yeah. And I told someone the other day, I was so comfortable in failure because you have nothing to lose.
Right.
Like,
I mean, the things that I still do today, it's because I started them when I was like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
And it's hard with, with stand up, that's hard to do because you're like, you want to go to again, like when you say I'm going to be on the lineup, you know people are going to show up, and you're like, I can't have someone walk away going, and I feel this way. If I can't have someone walk away and go, I like his other stuff better, or whatever it is. I'd feel like shit.
Well, I want to
it's
grow.
hard to do
I also want to grow.
Right.
And
you gotta weigh both. You gotta weigh that your fans are gonna allow you to have a night where I saw where he was going with that, to tell your new story. But you gotta believe in that. You have to like think highly enough of your fans, which I'm sure you do, but it's hard to do. It's not.
Well, I said to myself, I said, I'm going to go to this. That's why we went to this jazz fest. I'd seen Widespread, and Leanne's like, we can see Widespread again. They're not going to, but this jazz festival is a one-time thing. And to watch legit savants, like there's this, I talked about it on Two Bears. I don't know if it's out yet, but this band, Dami and Beck, and they're just better at what, it was told to me backstage, they are the band that everyone steals, all the rappers want to steal their loops. Because they're just they're just savants.
Right.
They're two children. They're like 19 years old, and they're fucking bizarre, and they're weird, and they're fucking cool, and they play fucking crazy jazz
Is this
music.
them?
Yeah.
I mean, even the website, you're like,
it's just a piano and a set of drums.
Right.
That's
even this
it.
website, you go, these are cooler people than me.
Yeah. And so I listened to them, got very moved, got emotional, because I went, I'm watching something totally different than I'd ever watched, and I'm liking it. So I'm not old yet. I'm not in the dirt yet.
Well, you have to try. You have to be okay looking stupid when you get older.
That's all I do.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
But that's what makes you.
It's tough. It's tough.
That makes you a relevant person if you're okay looking stupid.
It's tough when you're all your friends are like badass comics. Like all your friends are like tough guy comics. Like Tom's never looked foolish. Joe's never looked foolish.
Right.
Like Ari, as foolish as he still doesn't look like, there's like everyone I know, Shane Gillis has never looked foolish. Like no one's like, they're like tough guy comics.
But you're going to be.
Mark Norman's foolish. Like, I mean, like he's silly.
Right.
But like, I don't mind saying I don't know and I don't have the answer. I don't mind not standing behind things I don't understand. Like I don't mind I don't mind the joke being on me. I don't mind being the butt of the joke. I don't mind. My whole thing is like, if you're having a good time, then I'm doing my job right. But like Rogan's a fucking badass. When Rogan goes on stage, he's got like fucking tight angles, and it's fucking coming with like Tom's never the fool, like, but if me and Tom are a team,
right?
Like I think Tom will make fun of me before I'll make fun of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I mean, he's going to question you. It seems like. It seems like you do something, he notices it.
Yeah.
You explain. Yeah, there's a
like I'm fucking the weirdo.
Right.
Like I'm cool being a weirdo.
But that's okay. I think that curiosity, being able to go, I don't know something.
Yeah.
That's how you learn something. Like, like my grandmother always had
they're silently
an
curious.
iPod.
They're silently curious. Like Joe's the most curious person I know.
Well, some people are like readers curious. I think you're out in the open curious.
Yes.
That would be a difference. Like we said we're never gonna go read
Joe's
an article.
Curious. Joe's curious, then he goes to the library and gets the book, and then is no longer curious.
Gets the book.
Tom's never curious. He just is on his phone nonstop. Fucking whatever he's interested in, he goes in. He's one of those guys where you're like consistently go. Like if I have any questions about anything, I go to him.
Well, but what's your do you have a hobby? I guess it's
No.
frolf.
No, I mean it was disc golf, but like that's not even a hobby anymore. It's like feels like I'm going to a fucking tournament and I'm just I don't know. Yeah, like I don't even.
Some
feel
woman on a date asked me what my hobbies are. I was like, I should just leave.
Yeah, stand up.
I should just go. I don't think we have anything in common. Like I call friends to talk shit. Like I don't know. I don't do anything.
Yeah, a workout, does that count?
No.
Okay, all right. Drink.
I wish it could count. If like having a martini and looking at my phone was a hobby, is that a hobby? Can I call that?
I think it's a hobby.
Can I calling my parents and going, what? Is that a hobby?
What else? Is
what do
having
you
sex with my wife a hobby?
It depends what type of, if you're getting weird.
Feels
if
like
you're doing
a job sometimes.
Oh, man. That's.
She's listening. She, I don't know if I have a hobby per se. Like I've tried hobbies. Like I tried.
Well, I think disc golf to me is a hobby.
It's not even a hobby. I like.
Why would you put it not as a hobby? I'm trying to get into golf.
Oh, that is that a hobby?
I would. It's not.
Well, if that's a
not a
hobby, then
sport.
working out's a hobby.
No, I working out is something I do to feel good for 20 minutes after I'm done working out. You know, like I'm not.
Yeah.
I need to feel okay. That's to me to keep it even.
Yeah.
What about? I mean, I guess hat collecting.
A hobby?
Is that a hobby?
Oh,
But you don't like track your hats.
No, and I don't take care of them.
Do you think you wear the hats more because I told you this last time I was here? You just fit well in those hats. I'm so jealous of how you fit in those hats.
I don't like what my hair looks like anymore. Like
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like it. And I think it's because I've worn so many hats. I don't see myself with hair. So in college, I chose someone's like, you know, if you lose hats, you're gonna lose your hair. So I just said I'm never gonna wear a hat.
I don't think that's a thing. I think that's like
either.
the pit and because I wear hats all the time. And
yeah, you looked good on your special. I liked your hair on your special.
Thank you.
But then I also thought, well, if I'm gonna lose my hair, I just assume lose my hair openly in front of everyone, so everyone sees it going, as opposed to one day I take my hat off and it's gone.
I can't see you as the going bald route.
I'm gonna shave it soon.
You're gonna go Michael Jordan.
Yeah, like it's thinning. It's thinning. Let
me see.
No.
You won't.
Oh no, I mean I'll show you, but like
I don't think it looks bad.
it's thinning.
That's in your head more than everyone else's.
No. I told my wife I wanted to
Your
get a hair
wife
transplant.
rolls her eyes downstairs.
No, but
somewhere you can hear her rolling her eyes.
She goes, I don't want you to get a hair transplant. I like what you look like. And I was like, yeah, but I don't. She's like, it doesn't matter what you think. It's what I think. And I went, oh yeah, you're right. And then I
think you look good. I just saw that. I was like, that's a look.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy these hats. I enjoy like putting them together. Like I got these pants and I want to do short shorts this summer. So I was shorter shorts.
Talk to Chubbies. That's the shorts company.
Dude,
you know?
The best.
I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Are you?
Dude, I have an embarrassing story. I got so mad. You ever hear of Cuts? So it's like a t-shirt. I have this thing with t-shirts. I can't find one that fits. I'm too short, too wide.
Okay.
And then now I get served all these ads like, are you a fat fuck? Do you want a shirt?
Dude, t-shirts not fit you, you fat
right.
fuck.
Hey, fatty. Hey, Disgusto. We got the t-shirt for you. I'm like, can this ad shut the fuck up? Do you baby
doll tee out of a large, right. But an extra large hangs to your thighs?
Exactly. That's my predicament. Dress or
Mine's double XL and XL. So an XL is like this.
Yeah, it's
and then
so
a double
annoying.
XL is like this. This is a double XL. Well, it's weird because it's a European cut, so it's a 5. Right. I think that's a double XL. And what happens is
James Pierce.
Yeah.
I love their shirts.
He's so good.
Those are that's an expensive t-shirt problem, James Pierce.
Well, I just went to REI the other day, and REI.
You're not getting the same shirt as James Pierce at REI.
Dude, REI makes a equivalent type cotton shirt.
Okay.
And they do it, and the only problem is the second I put it on, Pete goes, "Oh, so we're going with a front pocket?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, 2 notice. Hold on. So the Chubbies, they got the short shorts.
We're back in. Keep going. Chubbies.
So Chubbies has the short shorts, but
and they're tight around the thighs.
I love them.
them.
So here's the thing. Chubbies, I got like the guy from Cuts t-shirt. He's like, can we send you some shirts? They sent them to me. I was like, it was like I was a wrapped hot dog. Like it was like disgusting. I looked fucking gross. And I could tell the type of person they were for. They were like for a DJ type. They were for
a
skinny,
cool guy.
Cool, Long Island, Jewy, like my antithesis. Like I couldn't, I was like, I know who wears these. I don't, it's not me. It's not me.
Yeah.
I threw the shirts away. I just was like, we'll never talk of this again. 6 months later, I get another message from Cuts. Hey, we got new shirts. They're a whole new style. I go, dude, we're not a match. Please.
Yeah.
We can't. Let's just call it what it is. Your Cuts, it's fine. He goes, no. I checked your size. We sent you the XLs last time. I'm going to send you a double XL. I go, if I'm a double XL in your fucking shirt, we are not talking. We're done. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it fits me better than any other shirt I've ever put on in my entire fucking life. I'm not going double XL. I'm done. That's not who I am. I go, and I literally, as I'm having this rant, I go, I wear these shirts, and I like look to my shirt, and I go, I like chubbies, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not a cuts guy. I'm a chubby. I have to like admit, like, I was like, it was a perfect moment where I'm like, what am I wearing right now? I like this shirt, and I'm wearing chubbies. I'm like, you are what you is. I'm never. You can't. What am I gonna? Well, I can't protest that one.
Oh, I remember the day I transitioned
to
double XL.
Double XL.
I remember the day I was on.
Bad day.
I was on a cruise with my buddy Cowhead and his brother John came in, and I was like, and I was frustrated because we were going out to a nice dinner.
And the problem is you're with Calta, who is great.
Yeah,
and he's been double XL his whole life, probably.
I would argue he's a little bigger than double
whatever
XL.
he is. He's like, come home, son.
Yeah.
Like it's like me being like, you don't drink too much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Him being like,
so his brother
to us.
His brother had gone.
One of us. One of us.
His brother had done keto and lost a bunch of weight, and his brother had a double XL shirt that it either didn't fit him or whatever. And so we're getting ready for dinner, and it was a nice polo, and his brother goes, what shirt are you wearing? I go, I don't have a fucking shirt that fits. All my shirts, we've been on a cruise, I've been bloated as fuck.
At that point, yeah.
I go, all my shirts are tight as fuck. He goes, I got one for you. I said, for real? He goes, yeah. And he gave it to me. I go, I'm not a double XL. And he goes, just try it on. I go, I'm not a double XL. He goes, I haven't even worn it. It just doesn't fit. Try it on. And I go, I'm not a double XL.
Right.
And he goes, try it on. I put it on. And I couldn't deny it. And they were like, it feels good, doesn't it? And I went, yeah, it does feel really good. And it was like, hey, just no one's gonna know.
Right.
Just go to dinner in it. And I was like, but I know. And they're like, yeah, but man, that you don't have to tell anybody. It looks good on you.
This is how people get into Scientology.
Yeah. And so I went to dinner in a double XL shirt, and now the shirt doesn't fit.
Oh no.
It was a small double XL Ralph Lauren.
That thing should be hung up in this house.
It's a great shirt.
You should put it up at my first double XL.
See if
like
you can
people put up their platinum albums. You put up your first double XL.
Oh, type in Mike Calta, Bert Kreischer, dinner cruise. I'll show you the shirt.
It sucks when you're like, wow, this fits so well. And
it's
you're like,
so much
fuck,
better. And then you go like,
who I am.
So you know what I did? So right before I started this, just go to images. Yeah. It's got to be one of there's so many pictures of me on that cruise.
Right.
So
you don't want to be around a triple XL when you're putting on a double XL because they're going, what's the big deal? And you're like, no, this is a big deal.
It was such a great fucking shirt. So I remember, the other day we went to REI, and I just gave up. I was writing that Leanne and I talked about that. What had happened was we had that conversation about how come I can teetotal on either side. I can't find this middle ground. Can't find a middle ground of like have a couple drinks and let's just call it a night and let's go to bed early and how come I can't find this middle ground? And then Leanne said what she said to me, and I was upset because I was like her exact words were, I don't want to say it because I don't want her to feel bad because she took back the words. But she said something kind of rough to me, kind of rough, maybe a little tough love that hurt my feelings. So I go into REI. I gave up. I give the fuck up. I don't care. So I go, you know what? I'm gonna get some pants that fucking fit because I'm a fucking piece of shit who can't follow the rules.
I'm a double XL.
I'm a double XL. You know what? Fuck it. So I go to I don't have any. I don't have any like good summer pants. So I start going and I just start going like 42. That should fit.
Right.
That'll fit a fat fuck like me. I'm doing that to myself.
You have written on the wall, I have zero original thoughts.
You fat fucking piece of shit. 42 will do. Yeah, you got 47. Let's do 47. Let's see how big it gets.
Right.
And then I said, you know what? I go, I'm not even joking. I bet if I put on a 42, I bet they're comfortable.
Right.
I bet they're fucking comfortable. And that's what a 36 used to feel like on me when I went, am I a 36?
Right.
And so I bought 3 pairs of 42 pants. And then I said to myself, and then Leanne and I made up in the store. We bought matching overalls. And then I said, and I said, I'm gonna get
same size. You just
same. I got double XL. She goes, I think they're gonna look big on you. I go, honey, it's not the butt that we're worried about.
Right.
It's getting the hooks over the belly. And so then I go, I'm gonna buy a pair of 40. Like as if I'm lying to myself again. I go, I'm gonna buy a size 40 pair of shorts. I'm gonna buy 142 so that it fits because I know it's gonna fit. And then I'm gonna buy 40s, like in a hopeful old school Bert way. All the pants I ever buy, I always buy like jeans. I buy 38, like a 38 jean, and I go, it'll work. Like I do that.
You do the hopeful purchase.
I always do, and then
I think this is a really bad way to feel good about yourself.
it's so bad.
It's not good.
It's not good
because then you end up giving up on those at some point. I used to do this. I'm done. I'm in. Give me the ones that fit. You know, like.
Well, yesterday I put on the pair of 42 pants, and I'm swimming in them. Apparently, REI's like, we're gonna pay attention to sizes, but once we get to 40, we get it. We get it. Yeah. It's a mess up there. We're just gonna ballpark it. We're not doing like exact measurements.
Right.
We're gonna give you a Target 42.
It's just gonna be beyond. It's Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
It's pants beyond.
And so then this morning I woke up and I weighed myself, and I weighed pretty good. I did not weigh pretty good. I weighed fat as fucking piece of shit.
Is that what it said on the scale?
Fat as fucking piece of shit. It was upside down, and I still looked fat.
What the fuck?
And so
the scale's an asshole.
So I go, all right, I'm gonna see if these pants, these are the 40s. I go, I'm gonna just take a stab in the dark, see if the 40s fit. And I put them on, and they were loose, and I went, ooh.
It's a good feeling.
I was like, nice. And I haven't felt, well, they're really tight now because I have a belt on because they were falling off, and belts are a fucking cunt.
That's the thing about belts. I know that there's been new belt companies created to like get around this, where it's like if you're in between and it looks like a belt, but then it's like clicks in. Yeah. I don't want to click into my belt. No. These companies that are started by like, stat geeks. You ever see these, like, it's the same as like the t-shirt. Hey, fat fuck, we got a t-shirt for you. There's also this other brand of clothing that startup nerd who decided we're going to make a suit that you can wear to the gym and on a flight and on a date. And it's like, no woman has ever claimed these clothes fuckable. There's a dude that has a shirt that zips.
Oh,
this guy stinks so hard. I'm sure he's a nice guy who's starting a business. No woman has wanted to fuck a dude who's like, let me unzip my t-shirt. Like, it just seems like no woman has had any input. It's just like one startup nerd who's like, men have an issue with shirts that don't button and get gap. And you're like, and we'll make them zipper. And it's like, no. Did you talk to a woman? Was there any moisture in her panties for these shirts? Like, no.
There's, I have...
The unfuckable collection.
I remember Tom sending me a pair of those pants. Segura, like he was like a pair of like, it was like a flying outfit. And I was like, no, buddy.
It's always,
let's just go to tracksuits.
Stop it. It's always made by.
Fat Tom was so much more fun. Fat Tom.
This is the problem with losing weight, man.
When you lose weight, you change. You have to change. It feels, it's self-confidence, I guess.
You're fasting right now?
Yeah.
Who would want to hang out with you?
I'm pretty fun. Well, I'm not fun at night.
Right. What are you gonna, I'm just saying, miserable. Like, right now, but like, hey, let's go do lunch. When you can't do lunch, I mean, I didn't have 3 meals. You got 3 lunches, and I was like, I'm having water. And then you were like, okay, you're at that side of the table. I'm at this side of the table. Yeah, I get it.
I love to fucking eat.
I could watch you order all day, man.
I need David Goggins to move into my house and just knock shit out of my hands. What I need an offensive player in my house. Oh wait, I'm certain that's a fucking
Terry Tate. Remember that commercial?
I think that's an Amy Schumer sketch.
Oh, is it?
I think that's the one she got in trouble for. They said she stole. It was I need someone. I just need I need like Makembe Atumbo to just be in the paint. I need to draw a fucking. I need to make the paint inside my fridge. I can only spend 3 seconds inside
3 seconds in,
and then just people knock shit out of my hands. Yeah,
3 seconds, or just a referee.
Yeah,
out. Too long in the paint.
Yep. What is it called?
3 in the key.
Yeah. No, what's it called? Is it when you hang out in the paint too long? It's not goal. It's not traveling. It's What is it called when you spend too
I
much
thought it was
time?
3 in the key, 3
No.
second violation, isn't it?
Is it a 3
yeah,
second
I think
violation?
it's like that. Yeah.
I thought there's a word for it. Anyway,
I don't keep anything in my house. I do. Well, I live.
that would be rough for me. My kids are starving.
Right. That's the thing. When you become a dad, like there's just things that you have to put up with, and like I have no snacks. All I have is popcorn kernels and olive oil, and I don't have a microwave on purpose because I nighttime eat. I talk about it in the special. I'm a nighttime eater. I can't stop. And I basically was like, no microwave. I got my own apartment. I'm in a studio. My studio looks, I did a photo shoot for the special, and it's like, it's 37 and single. So I'm like, let's do a photo shoot. My apartment looks just like 37 and single. It's like
What, do you have a picture of it online? Can I see it?
I have a picture. It's on my Instagram. If you go to my
pull
Instagram.
up Instagram.
It just
I'm curious
looks
to see what
like
your apartment looks like. I saw Mark Norman's bathroom the other day, and I was like, "Yee."
Right. This is
you need to let May touch things up a little bit, Mark.
Right. Well, he's married. I mean,
I know.
That's the thing. I look the most 37 and single. I sent the pictures to my brother's fiance. She goes, my brother's fiance. She goes, wow, these are there it is. See the net. Go to the one in the middle, the white one. See, that's like me in the fridge. Like it's supposed to be. Like this was the photo shoot. And then I'll put up more, but I have
you in the fridge.
Yeah, we put the camera at Phil Provincio. Here's another one. It's me and my brother's fiance. She literally texted me. She goes, "These look so the detail." I was like, "Yeah, that's my life. This is how I live." Like, look at, like that's my bed.
So wait, where do you live in
West Village?
In the West Village. That's
so here's
great.
in the bathroom, and it's like a studio apartment that like a single guy with. Here's me on the toilet.
That's great.
So they're great pictures.
It's funny before I moved to New York, I thought if I could never live like that. And then you move to New York, you're like, oh, I can totally live like that.
Well, New York is like the whole place is rationalizations. Like, and nothing makes you realize how you're living than when you tell your mom about, like I told my mom about it. My mom's never made, I think that generation just never really had to make like a decision between one thing or another. Like I think that's like a generation
just made for them.
Yeah, they just like we're told like
we're getting married.
We're getting there. It is. So
you're
like,
gonna be a teacher,
right? My mom, I got out of an apartment. She's like, "Does it have a parking garage?" I'm like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, what are you talking about? A parking garage? Does it have a butler? Does it have someone to wipe your ass?" Like, she'll ask questions, and I'm like, "You don't know She has no understanding of trade-offs, because that's all New York is. It's just trade-offs. You're like, well, the bathroom's in the kitchen, but I live in the West Village. You kind of make that move.
Our bathroom was, I had two apartments and 3 apartments technically in Los Angeles or in New York. One was across the street from the cellar.
I mean, that's a great spot, but also you're not going to get like modern amenities in a place like that.
$1,600 a month at the time.
Expensive.
And it was inarguably smaller than this room. Obviously smaller than this room.
Cheap now, expensive then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an apartment that went like this.
That's hilarious.
So like it went out, like it was like kind of like a hockey stick, and then there was a closet so I wish I could show you. It was like this, but there was a closet here, so there was a little hallway here, and then there was a living area, and there was a bed above the closet. So my roommate took the bed above the closet, and then we built a loft. So there's high ceilings. We were on the top floor, and I lived in the loft upstairs, and then we had a couch downstairs. We had good times in that apartment, but
you're living a life that other places can't understand. Like LA people, I mean, the space out here is crazy.
Oh yeah.
And it's not cheap, but here either, but it's just
different. Go to fucking Austin and it's fucking
I mean
it's interesting, the expensive places are expensive, but you can get some space out there if you don't give a fuck. Like there are places
you are.
Like if you want to go out, like that's where I'd go. Like I looked at I'm watching the quarterback things on Netflix.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks. And you see Patrick Mahomes' place, and I'm certain he probably went out far out in Missouri, and like outside Kansas City. But his fucking place he has a golf course on it, like a golf tee. He also signed his contract for like $280 million.
Yeah, he is the richest contract. Well, if I don't know what I would do if
I would. That's crazy.
It's funny that like he has to live there too. Like he can't just like.
Oh, he wants to live there for the rest of his life.
He wants to be there forever.
Yeah. I have a weird thing with Patrick Mahomes. He's so talented. I was texting with a group text about it the other day.
Mm.
He's so talented, and I like him so much. But for some reason, it's if you like someone, you should like their wife.
People really in that town, they're really turned off by the people around him. It seems.
Yeah, and
His brother they didn't like, and then I didn't understand it. Well, then the brother had actual legal issues, but before the brother had legal issues, it was like this weird hatred that like you're like, you just what's up? Why are you guys so mean to this guy? And
Yeah.
he had actual something came up.
Oh, for real?
I think he was harassing someone or something. I don't know.
Well, it's got to be tough. I mean, I empathize with his brother. I know that no one wants to hear this. They're like, just fucking light him up. That's the way the internet works.
Right.
Just all that really pays the bills is like, fuck that guy. Fuck this guy.
Right.
But like, him and his wife were high school sweethearts.
I don't know the story. There was one video where she's spraying champagne on people like in their seats. And it does look a little bit like,
All I'll say,
the rich just pouring stuff on the peasants.
All I'll say
it's
is
not a good look.
If for some crazy freakish reason, Leanne goes in to get breast surgery and they fuck up her rotator cuff and she can throw a football. And then all of a sudden she starts playing for the fucking Chiefs.
Right.
And she is just fucking throwing ropes down the fucking
What's
field.
the movie?
I will. Angels in the Outfield or no.
This is
my left arm, my left foot.
No, that's the story of how you masturbate.
I will be unbearable.
Oh, you would be the
unbearable. I will make.
You would go crazy.
Brittany, what's her name? Brittany. I will make Brittany look like. I will make Brittany look like fucking Queen Elizabeth.
So
I will be so fucking unbearable. If Leanne comes out and all of a sudden she's just like, whew,
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. She's 52, Rookie of the year, playing for the Chiefs. She's back up to Mahomes. Mahomes gets a high ankle sprain. We know how those happen to him. And he hops out and Henny's like, listen, throw the old lady in there. I'm not loose. Throw the old lady in there. And Leanne hadn't loosed up, but luckily with this breast surgery augmentation thing, she has a cannon on her.
And amazing tits.
And amazing tits. And she's just like, blue 42, blue 42, snowman, snow globe. Here we go. And
you're in the stands pouring champagne on people.
I would. Way worse.
Have you ever seen?
Way worse. And I've got way worse. I would be, and she signed a $285 million contract.
Yeah, you'd
be, buddy.
Yeah. It'd be tough to be
to the ground.
It'd be tough to be classy at that point.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do what you watch Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins is like.
He's a man of God, I think, right?
Oh, man, he might be the man of God.
He's God.
He is
Jesus. JC.
He's so good that part of me feels like he might be a serial killer. Like there's like a part of him where he's like, I take two. By the way, he doesn't even have an accent. He talks clean, like the Lord wanted him to.
Right.
He's like, I take Tuesdays off. I need Tuesdays for my family. And then they drop the kids off to school and they're pulling in the house, and his wife says to a fucking all-pro, today's trash day. His wife.
Come on.
He played fucking Sunday. She has the balls to say today's trash day.
See, that's them faking.
And I go, and I went, yeah, well, you better get out of the car, honey. Fucking someone pays the bills around here and someone takes out trash and his last name isn't Cousins. I would fucking, and then he takes out the trash. He then goes on a fucking walk with his wife. Like, this has got to be for the camera.
I love that. The trash is one thing. You're like, he looks his wife in the eye. How could he do such a thing? She's not just blowing him all day long. What do you think? They go for a walk is not that abnormal.
Such a good guy that I'm sitting there going like, fuck off. Like, there's no way this is real.
Oh, no. But I don't believe that.
This is real.
I don't like when people who have that type of money and like whatever, trash day, like they're just imitating it would be. That's an imitation. There's no fucking way.
Kirk Cousins clearly is not putting shit on, right? This is a real perception of a person, and I will only say that because, but like the craziest fucking shit. He comes home. It's so different than the Mahomes is.
Have you
he
ever?
come-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he comes home and he goes, someone's bathing one of the kids, and they go, Connor, thanks for being such a great little brother and letting your big brother go today. Like, I couldn't get fucking 2 tickets. And I'm like, you're the fucking starting quarterback for the fucking.
Yeah, this is. I don't like the faking. Like it's
No, but it wasn't fake, because then he takes those boys into the room and he goes, let's take a knee on the Lord, pillar of God. He gave like a legit fucking, and you could tell they don't have video, so Kirk Cousins isn't slick with like production. He still had the mic on, and this slick Hollywood crew is sitting there going, he's fucking praying. He's fucking praying.
A bunch of godless assholes in the back.
Godless whores in
like,
the fucking back.
This fucking idiot's on audio.
I've never met a sound guy that believed in God. There's no sound guy that believes.
Right.
He's like, you're never going to believe this. Put on your cans. He's fucking, I think they're witches.
Right. Right. The producers are like, we got gold here.
Gold.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but it's the TV show's fucking phenomenal. I'm going to watch it.
I heard it's
twice.
great. Have you ever seen the quarterbacks turned into women?
Yes. And I would fuck the shit out of Tom Brady.
Garoppolo bringing it.
Pull him up.
You got to pull this up. It's
Garoppolo, I'd fuck as a dude.
Right. He is a good looking guy. I mean, you got to look at this.
The problem is, can I tell you what's crazy? Is like you say stuff like that, and then I feel guilty because he's younger than me. And I go, I'd run a fucking age-appropriate quarterback like Terry Bradshaw. I'm passing on Michael Vick. Is that Michael Vick? Wait,
I'm passing on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers looks
Let me see Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers looks like they yelled at a Walmart employee 5 minutes ago.
Wait,
it's down. Right to the left. Down.
You want a guy to do it, Christine?
You just had the right down. Right there, left, up, right there.
Ooh.
I think that's Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's
the weird part of these. Right,
visit
that's Aaron
that
Rodgers.
site, and then let's see if they can show. No, visit the site. See if they can see.
NFL court into women.
Okay, hold on.
They even gave them female names, which is
Patricia Holmes. Wait, hold on. Megan Stanford. Wait, are these their wives?
No.
Okay. I would never fuck Patricia Mahomes. Tanya Brady can get it. So can Aaron Rodgers. Hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Jim Burrows can get it.
Yeah.
Jim Burrows can get it. Fuck
Tanya Brady. Jenny Garoppolo.
Wow.
Look
No
at
offense.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers with an eye. She looks like she'd be pissed if you parked in the wrong, too close to her car.
Right. She looks like a nurse who didn't want the vaccine.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson. Fuck yes.
Yeah, Deshaun
And
Watson.
So can wait. Hold on. No, wait. No, not Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry. I don't want Deshaun Watson. I want Rachel Wilson.
Rachel Wilson bringing it.
Oh fuck yeah.
Look at Kristen Cousins.
It looks like a cunt. Looks like a fucking cunt. She looks like a cunt. Like just a fucking cunt.
Yeah, Kristen Cousins looks
Dakota
annoying.
Prescott can get
Dakota
it.
Prescott.
Holy
hot.
shit. Derek Carr. Derek Carr looks like she's gonna fuck you, then key your car. By the way, Trevor Lawrence doesn't look any different. Doesn't look any different.
Right.
And he can still get it.
Right.
All right, keep going. Jalen Hurts. I'll make it hurt. Justina Herbert. Sherbert. Whoa. Gina Smith. Gina Smith looks like she should be on The View. Josephine Allen's a fucking 6. She's the friend at spring break that you're like, fine. Oh shit. Lamar Jackson fucks you and then goes through your fridge. Is this horrible that we're doing this? They're not real people, right?
Yeah, no, these aren't. This is.
Mariota looks rough.
Yeah, some of them, it's funny. Some of them they gave like makeovers, and like some of them they just let hang out to dry a little bit.
Yeah,
it seems.
it's kind of like Mariota. You're like why wouldn't they like fucking touch that up?
Isn't that crazy that like it is funny what guys like I've got that sent to me like 100 different times, and it's just like dudes just being like, what do you think? And now the conversation gets opened up like the way we're talking.
Yeah.
You just go, yeah, which of these dudes? And it's like
poor Aaron Rodgers. By the way, Patricia, wait, scroll back.
Tanya Brady looks like a woman he would date.
Jill Burrows is the hottest. Jill Burrows looks like she
Yeah.
could be on Mugshot Shawties. Like those girls that commit crimes and then they cut to them and they're so hot and you're like, fucking drug trafficking?
There's a Instagram account that shows all the people that get arrested in Nashville. Like after partying in Nashville.
Pull it up.
And they bring up the police report. It's like a fun police report of all these people that traveled there and just get blackout drunk. And then they're like, yup.
That's never happened to me yet. That's never happened to me yet.
And
I can see how I'd get arrested. I can see myself getting in. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. We're never finding this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Is this your computer or my computer? It is?
Do you have it's funny. I'm watching the arrow go across the screen. It's like you have the old touchpad mouse thing.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you have?
Oh, yeah. I do finger and I do tap, tap.
Oh, my
tap,
God.
Tap. Do you remember when I remember the first time someone came to my house? This is how old I am. And they showed me how to make the arrow go faster or the other direction, and then they had it where they could do sound effects when like I clicked it would do Homer.
This isn't even my wheelhouse.
I feel like I'm talking like you do in your special about how Tinder works. It's easy. Swipe left, no. Swipe right, fuck them.
Right.
But yeah, it's funny you said that too in the special, and I go, I do wonder. I wonder if I would have gotten married if I had Tinder.
It's very distracting. All the dating apps are distractions, because it does feel good to get a match. And that's the scary part is you're like, maybe this is all I needed tonight. I didn't need to go out. It plays to male laziness in a really bad way.
Oh,
yeah.
So like the match is like
I got off a little bit, I got a match, it played. I think for men, I can speak for myself. Like my laziness is my issue when it comes to like, going on a date and going and meeting new people. And it's like the app is quite a crutch. And it was made to kind of avoid, dating apps were created by like male nerds, like Zuckerberg types that didn't want to have to experience getting turned down. You wanted to go into safe waters. So it's like, how do I not get turned? You never get turned down on a dating app. Like it's very rare.
No, yeah.
Swipe left, no. Swipe right, and no match. You go, well, I guess they haven't seen me yet. That's the feeling in your brain, whether that's right or wrong. And there's ego at play, but like that's kind of what's going on.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like the guy who had to fish for fish in a dugout canoe, watching a shrimp boat go by. And going like, whoa, what did they do with those nets?
Right. But then that's what all your married friends say. Oh, what I would have done. It's like,
not what I would have done. I wonder.
You would have shit longer.
I would have never found one person. I would have always said, what's next?
There's an unsatisfied nature
because it's the same way I'm only assuming it would be the same feeling I have when I get on Instagram, like when I wake up and I scroll.
Right.
And I find myself there for 20 minutes going, oh, it's 8:20. I haven't even gotten out of bed yet. I got to get the fuck off my phone.
I mean, I talk about the idea of like why breakups happen. Like when I break up, it's before the next step. A lot of my female friends, they'll try again to work on things. And, there's an element of laziness to that where you go, you know what? If I'm not positive about the next step, I'd rather go back to the beginning again than have to deal with working through these things that come with the next step.
So you're not eating the pizza crust.
Right.
That's the best part is you just eating the good part of the pizza and then putting the pizza crust to the side and you're like, I fucking give it to the dog.
If that's how you want to refer to my
Well,
prior relationships, you're like, I got here and now it's the hard part. Now it's engagement. Now it's moving in. Now it's, guys do that. They go, and I'm saying guys, but I'm speaking for myself. I just know that I'm a lot like most guys out there.
Yeah.
And you go, well, my career's not ready. This isn't ready.
Wow. It's so funny. I said when I was 28, I said, I'm going to get in the best. I have all my hair.
Mm-hmm.
My teeth look good. I'm just fat. I'm going to lose all the weight I can. And I'm going to get the girl I want for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, because it was old school, you had to meet him in person. Like you had to.
Right.
And so, and I did it. And then I did it. But I was like, my career was never a part of it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just figure that out. But that'll figure itself out.
I kind of had that. I was envious of you. I was like looking at you last time I was here, and I was like it was at your house, and I was like, look, it can be done. Like,
yeah,
because the things that I live in fear of, like not doing enough, not being enough, and I looked at you. I was like, look at how Bert's got it, family, like, because I look up to you, and so it's like, and I go, and I saw it in you, and then. Because I know you, I was like, look, his family's happy, he's successful, he's doing well, like, it can be done. I think so many comics are so negative, like, and they keep grinding, and I'm looking at you, enjoying himself, beautiful family, beautiful home, and you go, it can happen. I had that feeling when I left here last time, and then I also had that feeling at the end of the Ray Romano Netflix special. It's him eating pizza with his family. Yeah. And I was like, because he's
a pretty regular dude.
He's a pretty regular guy. And you watch the end of that special, you're like, oh, this is to be, you have to remember it can happen. Because so many comics you hear, well, when are you going to go do spots? The comic stuff, they think small. They look at things through a keyhole. And people do that with all industries. I'm not just saying us, so it was nice to see, especially the way you were living, especially when you see the end of that special, you're like, okay, maybe it's time to like, I got to start looking at these things and not be afraid that the next step won't come because I chose to like have a life,
Yeah.
So the special happening is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I'm like, this has been just leading up to it. We're taping before has been like the best time of my life. Just being able to like live in this win for a second.
Yeah.
And then maybe when it comes out, and whatever happens, happens. But also like knowing like you could do this with a wife and kids too. Like it didn't have to be.
It gets complicated only because you got to tour. You got to, there's certain things that you miss out on in family. But if you're like most of my friends who had families later in life, which I'm at that point. You're already like, I didn't have my first special until I had kids, and my special that was any good didn't come out until I had kids. Like I had fucking kids.
Well, that's when you felt that the subject matter was most you.
Yeah, and that's when I changed my voice. I think my voice. I really found my voice. I didn't change it. I just found it. I found that I was talking better about these subjects than I were about like what I thought was like hot button.
Right. Well, I had that feeling with like just getting rid of this material. Like I'm happy that like I could put it out there.
Yeah.
It is a very specific picture of my life, but then it forces you to like, okay, I got to do the next joke because I need more material for the next special.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that since December when I taped this. And at the end of this special, in the credits, is my parents. I put hidden cameras in the green room. And I wanted to tape them yelling at me.
Yeah.
So in the credits, you can watch my parents like telling me to take pictures of them. They still don't know what's up.
Oh, for real? I'm going to watch that. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I didn't go all the way
to the credits
end,
just to see it. And then you can watch my parents just like being them with me.
Yeah.
And I like loved that so much. So I had this story about my dad and mom and my brother and I going to the beach. And I started working on that since the special. And it like, because I had nothing else. I put it all on. I burn the boats type of thing.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it now since December, this whole story about my family at the beach. It's now like it's the whole hour.
Really?
And I'm like so proud to do it. Like I love doing it. People come with their families. They come up to me with their parents and they're like, that's us. Like, because I'm just, and it's all just talking about like stories with my parents and what's going on, like how we relate to one another, and like,
Yeah.
you know, being this like adult friend with my family, which I am. And you know, I know you have that relationship
I'm jealous
too.
of you and your brother, right?
Yeah, we're buddies.
Your brothers, you and your brother are fucking tight with your family.
Right. My brother, dad, and mom and I, we like, you know, that's probably why it's been hard to like meet, you know, women that I want to bring into that.
Yeah.
And so I've been telling these stories, and now that's like the next hour. And I'm like, just like you said, like, oh, I'm talking about stuff that and I think a lot of that has to do with like, oh, I'm not going to do the crutch joke that I know works, but I don't want to, there's nothing to work on here.
Yeah. I feel like that's all I have is crutch jokes.
No,
zero original thoughts. Zero original thoughts.
You're going to put it above the bed.
I'm going to fucking tat it on my chest.
Let's get tattoos.
I've been thinking about it so much. I think.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
I don't know.
I think that's what people do my age when they're like desperate for a change.
Right.
They get fucking ink. And
now the change is not having one at all. Like, you're more interesting for not having one than having one.
Yeah, or getting a swastika.
What? Where am I? What?
Just two tasteful swastikas on my hip.
Right, that's like, when you know you've made enough money. When you're like, let's see if I could do this.
What about a swastika tramp stamp? Do you think anyone has type in swastika tramp stamp?
It's got to exist.
You think?
You're from Florida. You don't think not one Floridian?
Swastika tramp stamp. If you start spelling swas, it's either going to come up to Sir Mix-a-Lot or the Nazis.
What a surprise when you're hooking
it already
up.
starts spelling it for you. So like, just then scroll down and click that. Then go up to the top again. Oh, that's her. Wait, hold on. Her name's Swastika? Hold on.
Crazy. Oh, Swastika.
Oh, that's too
an
close.
Indian name.
That's still too close.
Yeah, you can't.
Swastika Nasia? Swastika VJ. You got to change. That's a close name to swastika.
That's too. Look, it's on the hand.
That's an odd place to put where you'd get your money. Right? I mean, it's like, hey, a little change for the. That's an odd place to put.
Yeah.
Under the foot. Wait, tramp stamp? Wait, there really is not a swastika tramp stamp?
A lot of these people put it on their hands.
Why do they put it on their hands? That's a butterfly.
It does seem like it's a big upper chest thing for these.
You know, I'd be so discreet with my swastika. I don't think I'd put it somewhere where everyone's. Well, that's interesting. What's that? Oh my God. LOL, LOL, LOL.
A lot of these.
Did you see that? Do you see that one?
That's bad.
That's.
See, I guess, are they trying to say that was a mistake that looked like a swastika? Or are they saying.
No,
they're laughing out loud.
He probably had a swastika, and then he was like, "Can you help me cover it up?" The guy was like, "LOL, LOL, LOL."
I got an idea. The kids are gonna love it.
Wait, no swastika tramp stamp?
Oh.
I was listening.
Look at my faith in humanity has been renewed.
I was listening to a conversation, eavesdropping on a conversation the other day, and as I was just casually, it just picked it up, and I heard this girl say to a guy, "No, there's actually." The swastika doesn't just mean that. And I went,
no, it just
I wanted to just jump in and go, it does. It actually does.
Whatever I know,
I don't know where you guys are at in this conversation. You need to leave, sir. It does.
It's not getting a rebrand.
I had a friend in college who got a swastika tattoo on his leg.
Really?
On his leg, yeah.
And what did you say anything?
No, he said it was an Indian symbol. And he had it, it was all drawn in with feathers and stuff. And I was like, and I remember everyone was, what was his name? He was in my fraternity, and but it was on his fucking thigh.
He definitely wouldn't have given me a bid.
No, I don't think he was Jewish, but he wasn't.
No, he's not giving me a bid. I'm saying like they're voting.
No, he would have given you a bid. We had Jewish people in our fraternity, but he wasn't anti-Semitic. He was really open-minded, and he said it was an Indian symbol.
Sometimes you're too open-minded.
Yeah, you can't.
That you go all the way back around.
There we go. Swastika's tramp stamp.
Where is it?
Right there. It's on a dude though. It's weird.
Dude.
Oh, that looks like. What does it say? White.
Freid. Honestly, with that belt, I kind of saw it coming.
Well, this is a great place to end this podcast. 2 hours
I
in,
was
and
hoping.
2 hours in, and I got a workout. And
Listen, I asked
in
you
an
to
hour.
start with swastikas tramp stamp. I'm happy we got there at some point.
My fucking vision's gone. I'm not certain how we promote this, but I think we should be in the clear.
You're okay.
It's me that I'm worried about because I hope they don't go, are you promoting? But regardless, I can congratulate you on your special. It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
It's phenomenal.
Thank you for watching it.
It's phenomenal. You are a real talent.
Thank
and
you, buddy.
And you genuinely, you're fun as fuck online too.
Thank you, man.
You really are. You're firing on all cylinders.
I try to be the home of fun. Come to the show, party, have a good time,
So
bring
that's
your
all
girlfriend.
I want. I just want to have a good time.
Right. And it's like, especially like I think when guys come to my show, they get usually brought by a girlfriend who knows me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens. And the coolest thing in the world is they go, oh, boyfriend's in now too. Husband's now in too. So it's like really cool. I thank you, man.
The J Train, your tour dates. What do your tour dates look like?
When's this come out? I'm doing some theaters.
Oh, for real?
I'm trying to, I'm trying
Nice.
to get this house and the family and the whole thing.
Nice.
Atlanta
Center Stage Theater, Paramount in Huntington, New York. That's a great
Long
fucking
Island.
theater. That's a great theater.
Everyone loves it there.
You can stand where I think Bruce Springsteen Billy Joel played.
Is that where?
Yeah.
Well,
Billy Joel.
they go. We can. I was worried about that room because I was like, I don't have a Long Island crew. I was like,
the specials change where your crew is.
I'm hoping it just changes things. I want to like go to the next step and next
Seattle
level.
at the Neptune Theater.
Seattle's almost sold out.
Fillmore in Philadelphia, Capitol Turnaround in DC, Baltimore at the Soundstage, the Wilbur. What date is that?
That's not till February.
That's gonna be a fucking big
It'll be
one.
fun.
Wilbur's really fun.
I love it there. I've done that. That's one I've done. Like,
Yeah.
so it's been places where I've been able to.
Yeah.
So now, I hope we booked these theaters before the special even got bought. So I was like, let's give it a shot. So now they're out there. It's going to come out when it comes out. And it's, I'm excited, dude. And then, I got you, you're part of that. I got to thank you. You've always been good to me. It's always
dude, you're the best.
Dude,
you're the best. I've known you for a long time in this business.
Dude, long time. When I'll never forget it. I'm starting to do comedy. My pledge brother, Andrew Hobson, I'm telling him I'm going to be a comedian. He goes, you got to talk to my cousin. And I'm like, sure. Who's your cousin? And he's go, Bert Kreischer. I go, what? Really? Never came up in our college, whatever.
Yeah.
And from then on, you've just always been really nice and good to me, and you don't have to be. So I really appreciate it.
I love you, brother. Congratulations on everything.
Thank
and everyone check out the special. It's fucking phenomenal.
Thank
you.
you.
You're the best.
You're the best. Thank you.